frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13 Star Trek Ascendance. I'm your Dungeon Master, Augie Schmidt, and with me, as always, are the wonderful crew of the Confidence. Say hello, everyone!
Hello!
Oh, this is awesome. Last we left aboard the USS Confidence, before a trip to the planet Mercanius could really go down, you were all attacked by Orion pirates, having to seal the breach, all of you bravely making your way through, fighting off the interlopers that have boarded your vessel, able to successfully not only take down quite a many pirates that came after your way, but also sealing the breach with no casualties. Well done. Three of you gained accommodations from Starfleet, which we are calling Inspiration. These inspirations do last indefinitely. They don't reset with long rests like one D&D currently. So go ahead and keep on to those whenever you need. But after the battle, it became clear that not everything was right aboard the ship, as immediate emergency personnel were called to the Confidence. And within the following hours, you all learned that the chief science officer passed away after a bomb went off in the warp core. The pirates were trying to steal your warp core, actually. And you were able to thankfully fight them off, but in the process, Jumbo, our chief science officer, did die. All of you, though, now are on your way to back to Federation headquarters on Earth in our solar system for the funeral. As we kind of head in, we cut back to the planetary docking station outside of Earth's system, where right now the Confidence is being put under maintenance. Like, you guys are able to go down, pay respects, kind of have a bit of shore leave, and the ship will be fixed for you, right? Like, thankfully that's nothing you guys have to do, since something big kind of happened. As you all head down to the planet's surface, what you know is shore leave is going to last about a day. It's nothing crazy, right? It is, though, that, like, hey, we're going to have a proper send-off for a member of Starfleet. Arriving in the Bay Area on a rather beautiful sunny day, all of you sit through. The ceremony's rather short. Admiral Noble presides, being Fleet Admiral. Captain McTavish says a few words, of course. And nothing really sticks out more than just the shock of, we were about 2 weeks into our voyage and a senior officer died. But that's the life you've I mean, that is a very real possibility in Starfleet. As you are all at the funeral, I would like, though, the crew, you guys, to make me a perception check.
Can I just take my natural passive perception of 20?
You can.
I took the observant feat.
Observant feat, yes, as our crew did level up with that extreme encounter. We are all now level 4. A synth 20 with the passive. Did anyone else get a 20 or higher? We'll start with that. 22?
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 22, dirty 20. You two will see then something. What did you get, Namor?
Synthetic 20.
Synth 20?
What's
Oh.
the difference between a synth and a dirty 20?
Nothing. Same thing.
Different
Because
word.
natural
Different
20 means you would have rolled the nat 20.
Yeah.
Synth 20, dirty 20, unnatural 20. I've heard part of the language bastard 20s, but like it doesn't roll off the tongue, so it's not that
dirty
like...
20 is one that I've heard a lot.
I like dirty 20 is kind
First
of
time I heard
fun to
Synth
say.
20 was playing with you guys for Disney.
Synth 20, dirty 20s, yeah, right? Like
I
it makes sound like that.
to say synth. It's like, okay, I'll
And
go
like
with that.
I've heard it so much, not only from groups but popular online D&D podcasts and shows. Like it's a colloquial term. What did you get, Aaron?
I got a dirty 13.
Dirty 13. Nothing crazy, but Aaron sitting there, more attention, paying attention to the funeral. Afterwards, there is of course the open gathering where everyone's offered to pay respects, of course, at this kind of beautiful... It is a crystalline monument that seems to be prismatically fractured into form. Jumbo's name, rank, date of service, time. And so it's this really cool effect of like what seems to be kind of this crystalline monument that refracts into this gravestone. All of you are given, of course, an opportunity to either pay respects or talk around. Everyone but Aaron will see something then. On a dirty 20 being the DC needed, Alice, you notice particularly because your father has gotten into what we shall call a bit of a heated conversation with the Fleet Admiral. In this moment, like, all of you are kind of like here and waiting. And maybe talking with like old friends from the academy or other professor, teachers, just kind of like, after this, are you going, there's a luncheon provided by the academy, but I might head down to a club. Shore leaves kind of open, right? Everyone notices there is a bit of an altercation, we will call it, because you hear Admiral Noble speaking something, and Admiral Shaw, damn it, Cade, that's not what I meant, and kind of storms off.
Dad doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I will send some peace his way.
Okay.
Kind of help calm him down. He's just gonna feel like this.
You see, immediately what was that brisk march forward turns to just a gentle gait and just a breath, and he does keep leaving. You see, like, he's walking out of this kind of like open grass area towards the academy itself. Fleet Admiral Noble stays, you see, just like very proper as he immediately turns, starts greeting other high-ranking officers and people here.
I would like to, so, I forgot, Alice plays the flute.
Oh.
She would like to play a little...
Would you like to, yeah, you could have been a part of the musical ceremony that happens, yeah.
That's an option.
You know, her, you know the glass flute that, what's his bucket had?
Picard? Yeah, I love it. Picard's flute? I would actually like, if anyone who wants to be a part of the ceremony can make a performance check, whether it's playing music or giving some sort of eulogy.
Oh, that's a natural 13.
A nat 13.
Okay.
Plus,
I'll assist in setup and takedown.
That is
Yeah.
a nat 20.
An athletics
Nat
check.
Take down the body.
Total of
Fuck.
29.
Why does it look like... Oh,
Are
it's
there
flowers
And the instrument of
There
choice.
are flowers. People offer not only flowers, but other
15.
forms of mineral and vegetation. It's
Oh.
that natural from around the galaxy, what's most common.
I'm gonna make him like that flower necklace from Hawaii.
Oh,
You put it on.
No one
and
will get it, but I get it.
you get that feeling of like no one would, he wouldn't have got it, but it's a way of saying goodbye to your commanding officer.
What was the Wi-Fi password? Because I want.
Helping it.
That
I'll share it real quick.
Okay.
Helping out is actually pretty easy.
Oh, wait, I
Most of
don't
the
have
setup, of course, is a lot of
receivers.
chairs, making sure everything's in proper
Yes.
dimension. All of you would be wearing, of course, your official, like, stylized uniform. Specifically, the actual guide, if you were curious, this is your formal uniform, which is right now just a 10 plus dex. What you would see then, Nat 20, Lawrence, you spend the whole ceremony, you are constantly playing different instruments and forms of music, a lot of different send-offs. Alice, on a 13
plus 2.
on a natural 13, I will give you a choice.
Oh.
You know, rather, we're kind of cutting back a little bit in time. You will have seen your father talking with Admiral Shaw before this all happened, before the altercation, before like the raised voice that your dad kind of gave. And you know, it's one of those, we're gonna fix cams real quick. I just realized something. We're seeing everyone but Alice right now.
Oh no!
I did a quick camera. There we go.
I'm here.
Alice, you get the feeling that with part of your symbiote, some of the more psionic power you have, you won't be able to, shall we say, read either of their minds unless you have like a detect thoughts. But you realize that both of them are walking towards each other and about to have a premeditated conversation, what was saying. You could peer into and make a, what we'll call a psionic check using your intelligence and proficiency into one of them to get other emotion and maybe surface level stuff.
I think I'll probably choose my dad because, you know, I grew up with both of them in my life, but he's my dad, so there's a little bit of blood relation. It's probably going to be a bit easier.
Yeah, I'd say the
something from
DC
him?
would be easier for him.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, make it. It's your intelligence and proficiency.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's not good. what can I use that inspiration for, by the way?
Inspiration you can use for anything if you want to.
So how would this work necessarily?
Inspiration, it's a complete. It's like a reset. It's a you now get to re-roll. Nothing has happened.
Okay.
If any advantages or disadvantages were there, it's like nope, all wiped clean. You just get a
I
one-time.
feel bad using it now, but I might as well.
No, go for it.
Would
It's,
a bardic apply?
I would say with your nat 20, yeah, I'd allow a bardic too if you want to
Okay.
use an inspiration
D6.
and a bardic.
Okay. Oh, that's so much, but that is funny enough another nat 13.
Wow.
All right.
1 plus
That work is worrying.
All right.
18.
18. You delve into your father's mind. The first thing you get, your father is angry at your Uncle Hank. I will give you this. You know he's angry because he's not regarding him as Hank in this moment. To put it simply, when you are thinking of a person or how thoughts kind of work, they're very fluid, right? It's hard to like ever pinpoint, what were you thinking right now? How do I explain that my mind just went from donuts to Krispy Kreme to like some Civil War fact, like right, like minds are really fluid.
Don't even try.
So in this moment, the feeling you get for your father is this anger towards the person he is regarding as Cade Noble. You know, Hank is like what everyone calls him, kind of that nickname he picked up in life. So he's referring to him as Cade in a first name basis, which anytime you think of anyone in a full name, like Cade Noble, it's that, oh man.
It's like when your mom calls you and it's all
well, right, it's like, and so you see your father has these emotions. It is a very serious topic where there is a bit of anger, not in what we would call a pathos emotional anger, a logos. This is a logical anger. This is something of you did something that I have every right because of a set certain events.
Can I determine that is it for a personal anger, like something that's like on a family level, like hey, he said something that kind of made my dad mad, or is it a work related?
This is a work related anger. This is nothing familiar. If it was familiar, you'd be feeling that very pathos emotion of just when people get angry, blood pressurized. This is that like I am angry because of events that have happened that we had already discussed that maybe you did or didn't do what I said. Again, it's hard without true detect thoughts, but again, you have, I'll say on the Nat 13, that choice of, wow, interesting to think that my father has some sort of strong emotion right now that I could pick up on. And so with this conversation, when he yells out, damn it, Cade, and he walks away, they had some sort of conversation that didn't go well. And you're now realizing it's not because of maybe emotion. It's not something that was just said. It's a cumulative anger that has built up. You get this, all of you then finishing up the funeral. At one point, you are all greeted, of course, not only by Captain McTavish, your fellow crewmate, but Admiral Noble meets each of you personally to offer condolences, and Admiral Shaw condoles you each individually, right? And I shouldn't say just Admiral Shaw. You each meet with a couple people, and the names and faces blur, but it's a lot of those we saw them from the academy. At this time, everyone does then have one last thing they could probably do before shore leave is over, right? 24 hours after the funeral, you could go out in the town, you could take a quick transporter to anywhere on planet, really, maybe have a quick vacation. Would anyone do something like that? Anything that they would want to do? I saw one hand first, and then two, then three. So Aaron.
I think I texted you.
Oh yes.
Back yonder.
Ooh, you could tag.
I'll retext it.
Yes, retext. Well, because I'm looking at, I just want to make sure I. Yes. Yes, you would. Everyone should have about, well, with the exception of Tyler, 50 credits currently, which can get you actually pretty far still in any point in the world. And I should say, credits also convert pretty standard to what we would call Latinum, the actual Star Trek currency. Latinum, spelled like platinum without the P. You can get... I'm going to tell you specifically. You have a wide option, Aaron.
Okay.
You could do... Oh, it's not pulling up anymore. Well, I will just tell you personally. A single one is going to cost you about 5 credits.
Oh, sick.
Or 5 Latinum.
So I can get 10?
You could get 10.
I will do so.
And go ahead, you can choose your rounds. They vary from ionization, stun, deafening, fire, or
So I get one of each and then a bunch of probably fire or something.
Cool. One of each.
And you said 10. There are
10.
Okay.
I'm actually have something as well. I guess.
Yeah.
Alice is going to ask for some one-on-one time with her dad.
For
Just
sure.
the average ones, right?
Yes, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's actually 12, ranging everyone from stun, plasma, panic, ion, incendiary, gas, fragmentation, flash, electrifying, deafening,
pick 10.
cryo, and corrosive. Pick 10.
I'll probably won't pick panic or corrosive, but I'll pick.
Panic.
Panic could be helpful, but yes, one-on-one time with your father for sure. Lawrence. Yeah.
2 major things game related. There was something out of game that I wanted to talk to maybe when we had a streaming break. The 2 things. One, Lawrence would hit the town because it's not every day you can just relax every once in a while, and maybe call Pa and Lund, tell him like, hey, we had some good missions and we lost some.
Actually, go ahead. We will do that real quick. Can you roll me basic? We're gonna call this a scan-based check. So you're gonna use your wisdom modifier. No proficiency because it's that like you're just kind of on planet without access to some of your more big ship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So just make a D20 roll with your wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Like call in, see.
That's 4.
4. Already, the fact that I made you roll should have included. You go in and immediate like, hey, they're not picking up normal service, shall we say? Like, hey, I'm sending through and I'm not getting like a message received. It's that like it's not even telling me my message didn't go through. On a 4, it's that, especially if they're off doing their whatever non-practical duties, they could just be kind of in a spot of trouble, or they could be in a dead zone, or they could be having a one of your classic 72-hour siestas.
Yeah, they've gone through it too.
Right, so there's a lot of things, but nothing that would immediately spark off any alarms in your head of like, oh no, they're in trouble. It's just that, dang, they're not
The
answering.
normal non-communication. Got it. Then I might just hit the town, stock up on twisties and.
For sure, yeah. Gotta stock up on the good food that can't be
the ones I
replicated.
got.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Dang. Namora.
So, just got a few questions because I highly doubt that this would happen.
Mhm.
But, are there any Imperium shops?
Imperium shops. I would
wouldn't be
love for you
surprised
to
if
roll
there
me
was.
a investigation check.
I wouldn't be
the hope
surprised
of
if there
the
wasn't any
whole
because it's
tree.
very closed with its technology
Very
and
true.
all that. So,
The knives
yeah.
are holy.
Okay, I get advantage on that.
You do actually.
Gosh dang it, 5 both times. Okay.
5 both times. Ooh.
Jeez, so that just makes it a 8.
8.
Yeah.
You do quick little recon Google search, shall we call it? There is no Imperium shop, shall we say. Apparently, at one point, what we would call a temple, but like a training ground, was proposed kind of as that like diplomatic, very like a foreign embassy, but it was quickly shut down. Like that's a quick internet galactic search of like, oh, there was going to be an embassy, because again, the Galactic Imperium Federation, they're trying to make nice. But about 2 years ago, because again, you started at the academy about 4, shall we say, start date wise.
Yeah.
2 years ago, it got just stalled out and just stopped. Which is interesting because again, usually foreign embassies are, once they're planned, they're done. It's very unheard of to say we would like a foreign embassy temple in our nation or on our planet, and it stops. So go ahead. You can definitely write that down. That's something important to know. Alice,
I will say I would like to use the remaining of my time to train.
for sure. I like it.
Yeah.
Did you have anything before I go?
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and get any form of DNA from this planet, being like dirt, flowers, plants.
You can go through. There's a lot you can get. Go ahead and give me a bit of a nature check. We'll call it. Some crazy stuff you can find here.
It's a 14.
14. You're getting a lot of the basic flora and fauna of Earth in this moment. There's some pretty good files you can buy online also too that I won't even dock any credit or latinum from. It's that like, oh, you can look up, as well as just getting the natural like even at the funeral, like, hey, that's an interesting floral arrangement that comes obviously not from Earth. And you can take a sample. Alice, you and your dad have the evening together. Your dad offers to cook at home, maybe watch some old films. At one point, though, I will say in the evening, you see your dad is looking very pensively, kind of off in the distance, and is thinking again.
You okay?
It's never easy when we lose an officer, and I should be asking you the same thing. Are you doing okay?
Is it normal to feel like it's my fault?
Yeah, it's completely normal, but it's not, dear.
I was gonna go down there
Alice, no, listen.
and help,
You did everything. The lifts were down.
but I could have done something.
You know what you did? You saved your brother's life. You saved your shift's life. That's all you need. Listen, it feels natural. I remember when Kate and I served, Uncle Hank and I served together, we were on a planet hot with volcanic activity, and we were sent off with our CO, and Kate offered to go with him into the volcanic hotspot, and before I knew it, it went off. And I blame myself for damn near a year. And Cade tried to tell me if I'd gone in, he said it was lucky he even lived in the first place. And our CO didn't make it out. Horrible scarring, burns. I blame myself from almost a year thinking I should have gone in, or we shouldn't have been on the planet in the first place. But you know what? The fact that we feel that difference inside, wanting to make a difference, wanting to put ourselves in that shoes, to take that blame, that's a mark of a good person, Alice. Having that empathy, that true love for any creature or race in the universe, that's what Starfleet's about. It's not your fault. It's no one's fault. No one could have expected pirates to be on that ship. I'm just worried about you guys. I don't love that we're sending you back out so soon, but Hank thinks it's a good idea. You know, this is kind of our big project, his big project, of course. He really wants you guys to wow the universe, and I'm worried that he expects too much of you and not. It's nothing.
No, it's not.
I think everything's going to be okay. Just be safe out there, right? Keep doing what you're doing. As the evening draws to a close, I will ask everyone as we kind of head back towards the ship. Dream sequence.
Not again.
Here we go.
Dreams.
Not again.
Not for a dream sequence. What I'm going to call
A stasis sequence.
this is a perception check, but please use your intelligence modifier.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm screwed.
And not my perception modifier.
No. So it's like a perception-based check, but use your
So
intelligence. So if you
investigation.
have natural proficiency in
Then you get
perception,
the
you still get to
proficiency.
add that. but your base modifier should be intelligence.
So I
Here
get
we-
to
It doesn't
add my
make I
proficiency
apologize for the
bonus.
random long
Okay,
text.
not bad.
Yeah, so if you have normal proficiency, add it. You just don't get to add in normal wisdom.
So you just
Okay,
replace.
so that was a 17
You're just
for me.
gonna go to your
17.
and you
Okay.
don't have proficiency, so instead of doing plus wisdom, you're just gonna go plus 2.
Okay.
So if my perception is a +6, I just take out the +2 from proficiency and add a +4, right, son?
Thanks.
What? If my perception is a +6, I just take out the +2 of wisdom and still keep the +4 of.
Do you have expertise in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you keep the +4
We've
from
got
expertise, and then you add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, you got expertise? That's sick.
Oh wait, no, I get advantage on perception.
I have-
What am I doing?
About 4 expertise.
Level
Because of
42.
rogues.
He's a rogue.
Okay, August, that is actually a natural 20. Excuse
A
me.
natural
Yo,
I
20.
forgot I have advantage on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got dirty
And
20.
people were texting me, of course, little
Yeah.
things, answering stuff.
I just got dirty 20.
I feel bad asking mid-session for that one because I
No,
forgot to ask you this
I
last
like it.
week.
Here we go. Did anyone get a 10 or higher?
10 or higher?
10 or higher. Awesome. Natural 20, of course.
I
Not
got a 6.
6. 15 or higher? 20 or higher. Natural 20.
21.
21.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Can I take my passive?
Passive will not help you.
Alright.
Because also your passive is a passive based in wisdom. This is a passive for intelligence. So.
Intelligence.
Um,
Gotcha.
Nemorum.
Sorry, I'm just writing something real quick.
You're
so-
good. I have a bit of a interesting question for you.
Okay.
Do you want to try and stop what's going to happen? Would you like to go with what's going to happen, or would you like to try to exert a bit of will in what's about to happen?
Before
gosh.
I answer that,
I don't know
I
the phrase.
did text you something.
Before he answered that, what is going to happen?
What's
Yeah.
happening?
Before, would you describe in detail what you're
What
talking
is
about?
I can't tell you what's about to happen.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Man.
I think he would like to exert his will.
So as well. Okay. I want you to make me a pure strength saving throw.
Huh?
Okay, all right.
Huh?
Fine enough with me. Go +7.
I'm scared.
Well, that was a 15 though.
That's a plus.
I'm scared.
15.
Yes.
A 15 does not beat the DC 17 needed.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's
And I doubt I could have
Close.
given Bardic.
once again showing just because you got high scores doesn't mean you're gonna roll.
It's true, yeah.
It just means that you're more likely to. There's still
Yeah,
probability.
yeah.
That will decide to
But hey, I would
mess
say
things up.
it's meant to be.
meant to
It's
be.
nice, you
Scared.
know.
Did we just see him flexing or something since he rolled a strength?
Not,
but
in his
but it
body.
was
my
visually
armor-
an intelligence
My
check.
armor is already bulky enough, so I don't
What,
think you can
what,
tell.
where are we? Are we sleeping at our own like home quarters?
This is back on the ship. At
Oh, we're
this
already on the
point.
shit.
Okay.
Oh, we're coming
okay.
back
Thank
to
you
the
for letting me
ship.
know about this.
I was like, where are we? What's happening?
I am pulling up a bit of music real quick because
Let's hope it's calm music. Real funny when it's not.
as we are all on the ship, life almost comes back to normal, shall we say. You all, of course, get to meet Commander Kessel, is the name, of course, this interesting, very small alien creature who is very by the books, unfortunately. He's a rather, not what we would say stickler for rules, but he's not the kind to like
Can he
joke and
run?
have fun like Jumbo was. Yeah, you say can you run, and and the droid on his shoulder, what are you speaking of?
Oh, an old thing that we watched. It was a reference to something.
Please get back to work. This is no time for joking.
Got it.
Dude, this is basically a freaking tech priest.
I like to pet you.
Yes.
As you make me a sleight of hand real quick.
This is magic.
Sleight of hand to pet the child.
Dude, no.
Oh no.
Goodbye, Alice.
Gets vaporized.
Slide.
She's missing her arm.
It's only a 6 + 2. I'm not
He
making it too obvious. I'm just kind of
straight-
like, I'll ask.
He looks like. Touch me and I shall write you up for insubordination.
Okay. I was just asking.
I'm just,
And he kinda, like, toddles off.
Wrecking Ball from Overwatch, where it's like the hamster does not like.
As we cut, all of you are on shift. We currently, I just rolled. The current shift assignment you have was to head down to the lower areas of the ship to clean out a bit of internal damaging of the warp core, stuff that wasn't found in preliminary assessment of the ship. But there's a lot of electric, kind of that gross limey buildup around some coils when the ship got attacked, and so it's going through with your phasers on that clean mode and carefully just cleaning out these
Are we
areas.
back out? Like we've already been deployed from Earth?
You are currently about to head to warp from Earth.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
where?
Very quick question. So last session you said that I couldn't technically walk around with my staff on the ship.
Mhm.
What if I just use it as a walking staff? Like,
Give me a deception check.
Your foot is still broken.
my foot
Yeah.
is not broken.
Yeah.
I have not had a chance to fix his foot yet.
I feel like canonically after the battle, the foot would have gotten fixed, but we can
It is
say
a
it's
17.
broken.
It's one of those things like, owie,
Oh,
my
I'm gonna need
foot.
a bit
Oh,
of a
no.
cane for a while. Yes, I'll allow it now.
All right, perfect.
I just
And then you
I
just
just
see-
had my rapier by my side for my good old days.
And then we just see you be a full-blown monk later on.
What the?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, you're gonna have a field day if you hear that music.
I
you're
feel
gonna-
powerful now.
You just grab an
Your
old ring
character would
from the
think that,
ground.
though. It's just like, I am Gandalf.
Is there a ring on the ground?
No,
Oh
shall
my
not
gosh.
pass.
All of you are sitting there and hear music occur.
Huh? What are you playing?
I'm not. Look at my hands; they're empty.
You don't
I
have
no
hands.
Oh yeah, I'm holding the phaser, but I'm not playing
Right.
music right now.
All of you turn as you see a man step around the corner, standing on the ceiling.
Standing on the ceiling?
What does he look like?
Ah! Starfleet crew! It seems that you have entered into a fun little era. I believe it's time for a test. Let's try the new Starfleet.
What
Snaps
is
his fingers.
going on?
In this
What is
moment,
this?
I need all of you to make me Constitution saving throws at disadvantage.
You've gotta be kidding me. Oh my
August.
gosh.
More like Q've gotta be kidding me.
Really?
As
Really?
the entity known as Q is aboard the Starship
What is
Confidence.
what?
His name is Q.
I'm getting massive collector vibes
We'll
from
get there
this
in a
guy.
second. Don't worry.
Nat 20.
That was not good.
Oh, that's
At
bad for you. At disadvantage.
Yeah, at this.
No
No wait,
way.
right. Nichlemendelkopf, that is.
I'm like,
13.
how did you get to that 20?
Yeah.
So would you believe me if I rolled a nat 20 and a natural 19 for a total of 23?
Oof, okay, interesting.
17.
17,
Took 12.
12,
I don't know, 15.
So that is a
What
dirty 13.
13.
Yo, Dirty 13 too.
Yo.
Excellent. That is going to be interesting with a high roll.
Because it was at disadvantage, right?
Alice, please take Aaron's character sheet.
What?
Aaron, please
No.
take Lawrence's character sheet.
No.
Tyler, take Alice's character sheet. Lawrence, take Namorum's.
No.
And
Oh,
Namorum,
what's
you will
happening?
have Tyler's character sheet.
So I'm getting your character
Share
sheet
with
before
each
you
other
share
Okay.
the phone.
as
Yeah.
all of you feel,
Cool.
depending on, it was more
Oh
who
my
matched
What
up
is
where.
happening?
He has just put you into someone else's body for you in your brother's body.
Oh, I hate this.
Cool.
Wait,
Uh,
wait. Tyler's in Alice's body?
Don't you dare!
Wait, do the voice
Don't
boxes
you
also
dare!
swap?
Are you gonna
Everyone-
pull
Do
a
the voice
Fred?
boxes
You gonna pull
swap?
a Fred from
The
freaking
only thing that
Scooby-Doo
swaps
2?
is your mind conscious and like being. Your voice is completely different. Your body,
so
your
I have
stats.
all my...
This is rubber.
You have all of Aaron's stats, abilities, characteristics,
Oh,
figures.
So if you
Um,
need help, let me know.
So
I don't
Tyler-
understand his character sheet.
Exactly. No one does.
I don't even
My
understand
password's
who it's
2444.
This is
You know,
Q,
one-
baby. This is Q.
Oh my
There you
gosh.
go.
All
Hey,
of
you want to
you-
use my dice too?
No.
No. All of you in this moment, you see Q looks at you as Alice. You stop, and it's that like I feel slightly different, yet very similar. And you kind of look down. Wait, I'm
What
wearing a
are
different
these
uniform.
hands?
I
Oh, two fingers.
don't.
Okay.
Is he a stowaway? What is he?
You see, as he drops down off the ceiling floor, well, let's see if you can learn your lesson. And watch as he dissolves into bubbles.
What are these?
You
sausage
gotta be
legs?
kidding
Is he in a uniform? Was
What
he
are
in
these
a uniform?
appendages?
He's not in a
Well,
uniform.
Well, everyone, this is really not ideal.
What are these appendages?
Is he in a uniform?
He's
I do
gone.
not
What?
He
Was-
was
approve
not.
of this.
What are these?
Can I radio up that there's a stowaway?
You all hear of it. Crew of the Confidence. We have a queue aboard our ship. This is some sort of interquantum godlike being who may be testing us. Please stand by. And you hear, right, that's not what you're supposed to say. Well, this is how I'm saying in this body. And comms go down.
Oh, great. Oh, no.
Nemoran's gonna be like, as
I
if
want
the
my
chaos
eye.
gods weren't annoying and enough.
Do you realize your character went from like a buff, huge guy to
Dude, like
a
this
just
scrawny
normal
guy.
size?
Scrawny
Yeah,
is
dude.
not happy at all.
Namora, you feel that? I mean, everything hurts and it sags. Why am I like this? Like,
It's like,
wow.
do I still have like the dirt?
21st century bodies.
It's
Oh
just
man,
like-
everything kind of is just weird.
So this
Let
is
us
what
first
it's
clarify who is who.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Me
Who
first.
is me?
Hello.
I am.
Oh, hi,
I am Lawrence.
Okay, yeah, I'm Aaron. This is interesting. Wow. I'm Tyler.
I am Nemorum.
Take a guess.
Everyone does that math. Oh, Alice got stuck in a
Honestly,
body.
Alice, I think you
Have
got
you
the
ever
best
laughed
end
in
of this
character?
stick.
Because that would
I
be weird to
did
hear that
not.
for the first time.
Oh gosh.
I want my body back, and I want my intelligence back.
Oh, you still.
Oh.
All of you, as you say that, you're, but do you know what to do with your own body and your own intelligence? Behind you is another Alice, but the eyes are different. You see the eyes are sparkling in a quantum way, like galaxies flashing in a warp. Just, you see this body is yours, but do you know each other well enough? Starfleet seems to have deteriorated ever since Jean-Luc left.
Nemorum's just gonna be thinking, really? Who'd have thought?
I'm his twin.
Good. Then you should have a better chance than most. Now,
don't have
here
hands.
comes... I don't...
Don't worry. Reach out for things.
My
and they will
nose is
hold you.
itching.
The power of the Lord will
Itch
be
my
your
nose.
hands.
Thanks.
Never say that again in my body. I'm just gonna never say that again.
This time guy just trying to be eternal.
Oh, well, I'm
Now,
at least
wait,
glad that you
Now
prepared
that
my
you see
favorite
like
spell.
my level, do you see all my hand imprints in your
Which
armor?
one?
It's like, wait,
I had to pick it up after
I
that,
will
so-
talk to you after this.
all of you feel... Again, the Alice that was there, Alice, Tyler, Alice, Aaron, as you turn to look at your body that was also then here, it is now immediately gone. You hear over your comm badges, right, crew, this is your captain. I can't do the voice. All right, well, let's have a bit of a challenge, Starfleet. Where shall we take you? How about the Gamma Quadrant today? All of you, I need a dexterity saving throw.
How dare you?
Oh, you got this.
Wait.
You got
I
this good
told
now.
you
You want
not
the
to
Larry
stop.
dice?
It's
Oh, wait, yeah. So
Dexterity saving throw using each other's, yes.
Oh,
Talk with each other.
Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw using Alice's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's actually pretty good.
literally a
Natural
dog.
13
Natural 13.
for a total of 15.
Total of 15 using Alice's stats.
21.
21 using Lauren's.
18.
18 for Nemorum using
I've
Lauren's.
got a 24.
24. Wow, alright, yeah.
Bro, well, that's a first.
14.
14. Welcome to Aaron's rolls. I'm so sorry. In this moment, all of you feel the ship and just blink out of existence and reappear in the Gamma Quadrant. To give the idea, the Milky Way, if we were looking at it in that idea of a top-down galactic north, you are now in the far northwest of that Milky Way spiral. And there's nothing around.
Can I roll a wisdom or intelligence to see if, by anyhow, I know how to reverse this being on her body?
What's Alice's passive insight? Or I would say 17. It could be possible if there was enough of a brain jolt. Again, you're also now on Alice's previous thoughts and memories, realizing characters like Q are talked about in the Academy. Q took this weird liking to Captain Picard at one point. They show up to like cause havoc and chaos, and usually it's that like there's kind of a lesson, but sometimes not. Sometimes just like they just want to screw
Regular
around.
Freaky Friday episode.
It's very much
This
so
is why
in this
the Emperor
moment.
wanted to destroy
Nomura,
these gods,
excuse me,
You know.
Tyler
on
Alice.
Alice's body.
Tyler Alice. Oh gosh, that sounds like
Tyler.
Brain swapping isn't impossible. It actually happens quite a bit if you were to find the right energy frequency with the right technology. You could slowly start swapping people back and forth.
I will relay that information to the group.
I believe we should inform our captain of that as well.
I think he's aware.
How do freaking
How
get back?
how do I
Take
touch my
evasive
combat?
maneuvers! Red alert has just started on the ship.
Well, fetch.
I need everyone to roll initiative using their characters.
Okay.
For the record, August, I love this.
This is
This
oh,
is fun.
this is supposed to be terrifying.
Do you have any other
Uh,
bonuses to initiative?
Another
or is it
natural
just
13.
dexterity?
Just dexterity.
Just dexterity. Sick.
Yes.
21.
Here we go. Nemorum/Lawrence got a 21. Did anyone? Sorry, we will start with once
Oh,
everyone's
great.
rolled. Did anyone get a 20 or higher? Just the 21. Lawrence/Morum's body. Did anyone get a 15 to a 19?
I got 15.
So, Tyler in Alice's body got a 19.
No, 15.
Wait, with
15.
glove bracers, the strength is 21 or your AC is 21?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Then
Did
that
anyone get
needs to
a
be-
10 to
oh,
14?
wait, it accurately reflects it.
Oh,
It just
no.
reads 18.
Did anyone get? Okay. What did everyone else get? Let's just go through. We'll
I
start.
got a 5.
5.
With a +4 to it.
So it was a natural 1.
I got a 6 with a
Six.
+4 to it.
I got
Oh,
a natural
gosh.
1 plus 3.
Heyo.
So,
Natural 1 club.
So 4, 5, 6
Cool.
on the bottom.
oh my.
You're gonna
God.
kill me for what I was gonna
This
do.
makes it. It's
If you
what do I
die,
do?
you
Natural
die.
dex. All of you go to brace yourself in that like it's a red alert.
I do not
Let's
wish to die
and
this
just
body.
like immediately realize everything is. This is yes.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
It's okay.
So
I'm here to
we've
help.
got Aaron in Lawrence's body with a 6.
Yep.
A Nemorum inside of Tyler's body,
Yes.
and finally Alice in Aaron's body.
Getting you those Aaron rolls.
I'm
Oh,
so,
gosh.
just that Aaron stats overall. It seems. Everything goes sideways as immediately the ship is in combat. What you know is immediate, like there's explosions happening somewhere, shields are being hit, a lot of ship battle is going to happen. In this moment, you guys are being summoned up for Alpha Shift for a bit of assignment. Alpha Shift, you are needed in the torpedo corridor to help with the reloading of other weapons at this point. You hear, we've got incoming Breen soldiers in the Gamma Quadrant. We're dealing with this right now. Please be advised, you guys get that on your data pads. Alpha Shift, please be advised as best you can under scenario. Make your way down to deck Z for relay of torpedoes. As I guess it's that we need to arm up some of the other battle stations. Go ahead. This is, of course, we have the initiative when we need to. You are all acting, though, in your shift initiative. What do people want to try to do in this moment?
I don't
I
know.
texted you a
finishing up editing
possibility.
stuff.
You right. You
But,
did.
I'm afraid of trying it.
What?
What in the?
But I think it's gonna be one of the funniest things ever.
Go for it.
So, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take a few steps back. I'm gonna run at you as fast as I can and headbutt your head.
Try to get it. Go ahead, make an attack roll. Using Alice's strength. Alice is headbutting Aaron.
It's a total of 3.
Yeah, no.
It does not
smart.
work in a. You go, Alice. Aaron's training takes over and grabs your body and like judo flips
I
behind you.
judo flip myself.
You didn't mean to, Aaron did. And so it's not like you stop it. So again, no damage was taken. Since
While
you're
in
there.
mid-air,
But
you
it's
just
not
hear,
like
"Oh, shit."
very like like the like natural training of the body's like Alice running Aaron, and you just like kind of fling so that no one gets hurt. So you and flip him over.
You know what? You do it.
What?
Smash his head.
I do not think it would
Run.
be wise
Do it.
to...
Do it.
I thought
Would
you
you-
said don't be
I'm not
killed
gonna
in your
die.
body.
I'm not gonna die.
I'm just gonna look dead into the eyes. Would you find this advisable? Is this a wise idea?
Just
Tyler,
imagine.
at this moment,
No,
the
I
incredibly
would not.
buff and ripped
Do you know what?
Garth runs up to you. Just, Alice, what's going on? Alice, why would you do that?
What the?
It's me, Patty.
I'm going to slap you.
You,
No.
Aaron slaps Alice.
Stop.
You're not Alice. Who's
it's a
Alice?
freak-
I'm
Fri-
Alice right now.
Alice.
All right.
Listen,
Tyler,
it is a Freaky Friday episode. I watched it with the
you-
guys back
you
on our
and Aaron's
ship.
body are connected by a mind link. I want you to go through that and swap us.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try doing that.
Here we
Oh,
go.
So you're
wow.
And
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to
give
make-
him advantage
it's
because
going
I'm
to
going
be
to
help
completely
action.
surrender my mind to it.
Well, it's like, let's figure out how to swap. Here we go. You're going to be making a spell casting check, is what we're going to call it here, Tyler.
It's gonna be +5 plus
Proficiency. So right now it should be about
So-
+7
Yeah, plus
Okay,
7.
plus
so just
7.
roll and plus
Listen.
7.
With
This
advantage.
is-
with advantage.
It's just like the episode, the show Freaky Friday. I watched it with Father
Let's see,
Caponius,
13.
Mr. Lund.
13.
It was a weird show, but you know what? It was with watching.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Q rolled a nat 20 perception.
No!
Oh, you're right. Let's change this up a little bit more.
No,
Tyler, go
no.
ahead, and I want you to swap right now with Namorum.
Ah!
As
Wait,
you are now in
he's gonna be
Namorum's
touching
body.
all of my armor.
Lawrence, you are now in Alice's body.
Whoa.
Alice, you're still in Aaron's.
These are still very weird to have.
Oh, this is slightly disturbing.
Still very weird to have.
You are getting emergency beacon. Alpha shift, please make your way to the
All right, we're
weapons
making
bay.
What's wrong?
way.
Let us go.
All of you start going.
Who has the inspiration?
You keep the inspiration. Fun fact, as people
Oh,
would
oh,
still
no.
have their own.
I already used mine though. Alice
Exactly.
used
You.
hers.
Oh
I
yes,
still
you
have
are
mine.
users.
Alice used hers.
So
you took that.
the inspiration does in fun fact change with the character sheets. You do get your own still. I will make.
One semblance of
You can
control.
either make me acrobatics, athletics, or constitution check flat out to make your way to the deck Z with the space fight going on outside.
Well, I
Athletics.
think
well,
it's
I guess
gonna be
I'll go for it.
acrobatics with Lawrence's body
Yeah,
here.
You're probably gonna want that.
I don't know.
That's a 9.
No.
I
No,
got a
and
10.
in this moment, you guys can like talk to each
Oh,
other
you
like,
can
hey,
get
do this
bardic
for
to
my
be
body,
body,
right?
Okay,
Gosh.
athletics or acrobatics is
Yeah.
gonna
Oh.
be the same. They're both +5.
Okay, so that's.
There is little.
Aaron
to-
coaching you says just like my body can really do that.
Aaron,
Do
just
like
tighten your butt cheeks.
yeah, that's perfect.
No, it's important.
And
It engages
Aaron's like,
muscles in your lower
don't,
back.
just
No.
don't.
Is there
Here we go.
spelling here?
We'll go around.
That was a 17.
Namorum in Tyler's body 17. Tyler's pretty, your body's used to run
I
around.
probably need to-
Really well done.
I'm not used to just
Okay.
gigantic bodies, so I got a 10.
So you got a 10. As Namorum runs, you boom hit every archway on the way down. Kung kung ow. You take like 1 point of damage. So go ahead. It's on
Oh,
its
no,
head.
no, 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 wait. Yeah, that's. No,
No,
we're at
long
48.
rest. There
We're
was
at
a long
48.
rest.
I'm
Lawrence
sorry.
is in-
And plus the temporary hit points, so yeah. Because
So,
we still have the temporary.
You get a point of
Spirit
damage,
tails are very
unfortunately,
helpful.
Namorum,
They can
as
get
you are
extra speed.
running
So-
through the
Wait,
corridors and
I wanna
realize,
put this in-
oh,
I just
9
need
foot
to
bodies
make sure.
suck and everything's like
I don't
7
want to
foot
start
by 7
blasting
feet.
some tubes.
I want to try doing something else.
You're gonna want to start
yeah,
blasting
what was you gonna
tubes.
try?
It's gonna be good.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try and
This
grab
one, these are
Tyler's
my
body.
maneuvers.
Oh!
You do
And
this one, this
inflict
one's free.
pain.
You can do return fire.
Not to a point that it will kill him, but that would be like something very uncomfortable.
Oh,
Alright, we'll
And
get to
thinking
that.
very straightforward about changing back to my body.
We'll get to that in a second. That's a clever thing.
What?
why?
Everything everywhere
Alice,
all at
with
once.
Aaron stats, what did you get?
He's gonna slap
15.
you after this.
Yeah.
What do you mean your phone?
It's because it's connected to the hotspot.
That's true.
It's gonna come. You run through and okay, at least my brother like goes to the gym, like I can run my way down, doing pretty well. Aaron in Lawrence's body, what did you get?
I got a 9. Roll a
You
4.
realize that
Can I
when
just
you-
pick up the cucumber?
what did you get?
12.
Nope.
Alice, you want to pick up the cucumber?
Because the DC is about
Oh,
15
no.
right now for most things.
Help.
In this
Oh,
moment,
gosh.
you go to run, Aaron, and realize you don't have legs. And full face plant and feel like some weird ethereal hands try to grab out. You know that instinctive like, oh, block my fall. And yet, why are my hands touching the ceiling? And just like face plant.
Oh god.
You need to learn how to use hands.
Alice, you're running through, and Lawrence, it's ew, legs. Bipedal creatures are so weird. I wish I
Why
could
do
just
you
hop
need
around.
legs?
So for half a moment, you think Alice is bunny hopping down the hallway, but it's just Lawrence like, I
Faster!
want to run, and I don't like using legs.
It's faster.
It takes a moment. All of you, good. All of you run your way and make it to the lift heading down, varying degrees. Oh, excuse me. I did need to roll for you two. Lawrence, you take Aaron and Lawrence, you take 2 points of damage as you face plant. Lawrence and Alice's
the
body,
temp hit, just go
ooh,
current.
you take
I
4
used it
points of
too.
damage from just body hopping too. It's only
yeah.
like a decent. It's
Wait,
just
it'd
not like
actually be
natural little
36
damage.
because I forgot to level up with the
Yeah.
long rest. From level
So
one.
I got 34 hit points.
34 hit points. All of you take. A couple people take
We
a
have
little
the
bit
same
of
hit
damage.
points. Lawrence and Aaron.
You're going to
38.
grab your body and try to inflict
Max.
pain. As you all
No, I have
reach
36 max,
deck
never mind.
Z, you realize that there's a couple other shifts around you guys. You're first noticing out of everyone here, everyone looks to be in the same boat. As whoever was close by to them got swapped around, it seems. Like you see this one crew member who, again, alien with like this like weird kind of like coral fan head, is like freaking out, and every 2 seconds like touching their head and then touching their head. You see a human being. There is this what looks to be a human male sitting there, and every so often uncomfortably tugging on pants, like, oh, I just want a skirt. Like very much just like, oh, this is terrible. Everyone's having this bad time, it seems. I will say, every couple minutes or so, you do hear, "This is your captain speaking. Everyone, gosh, these are just in the way. Just keep doing your best." We'll get to what the captain transforms into. Well, depending on their checks.
He's the Muppet, isn't he?
We'll see.
I think he's the first officer.
We'll see.
Because these are in the way.
There's a specific thing lined in with their character. All of you have make it to Deck Z. A commanding operative senior officer runs up, and you see just very like this kind of lanky humanoid, very simian edge. Are you Alpha Shift?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to tell you. We just need to reload photon torpedoes. We're gonna need 5. Oh, this eyes! I'm seeing too much. Because you realize the eyes are kind of like offset, not like a normal human, so that almost like very 180 degree. And so every so often they're looking back for loading. We need 5 torpedoes loaded. At this point, Tyler, go ahead and make an attack roll using Namorum's body on yourself.
I should have a higher pain tolerance,
That
but
is,
no.
an 18.
18. That will hit the armor class. Go ahead. What is Namorum's
strike,
unarmed strike?
Should be 6.
Yeah, it's 1 + 5, so it's 6.
Namorum and Tyler's body, you take 6 points of damage
Okay.
as your arm kind of fracture breaks in that like upper half where just gripping.
And I said, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm not. What? It's
I'm
me.
just
It's okay."
I'm sorry.
In Namorum, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Like
So,
this, like
that was
very
how many
beefy
points of
dude.
damage?
Sorry, had an idea.
6 points.
Sorry,
Six.
casting a spell that bards can also learn. So I'm like, maybe this would work.
wait.
Bless.
No,
I
Gives
keep on forgetting.
D4 to some people so that way that
Does
would
Alice
I
have
wanted
access
to,
to
like,
Bless
try
though?
She does.
Yeah.
She
So I was
does.
like, okay, is there any spells that overlap?
Excellent. Use that. Okay,
That
similar
works.
stuff.
So,
I
who
can try
needs
to play.
D4s?
D4s.
I don't
Do you
know.
have like a dodge or something?
Probably my body, because I suck.
D4.
Aaron, this terrifying moment of self-deprecation. I really suck. My body needs it. Like this sad.
I will
So-
also cast guidance on my body.
Ooh, blessing and
D4.
guidance helpful.
Namorum.
Could I disengage out of that?
Namorum.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you disengage.
So
Wait,
Or
does
do
Polar
you
Master
want a
proc?
D4.
Oh no, wait, that's when people
a
enter.
D4 for what?
D4. Lawrence using Alice's body is
Screw that, I'm
still
giving
able
it to
cast
you
Bless.
anyway.
So bless D4.
To
checks, if I recall correctly.
Bless. So yes, bless is
Everything but
everything but
ability checks.
abilities, and guidance will give that constant
Ability
D4.
And I'm gonna give the other one to you because I'm like, I can only sing. That is my main thing.
I'm gonna try to load some torpedoes.
All right, you're gonna load torpedoes.
I'll offer the help action.
There does need to be 5 torpedoes loaded. You can actually choose to make it with whatever skill you choose. It will just kind of like you could performance your way into dancing around with torpedo, or
Are
you
they
could
considered
sleight of hand to sneak it in there. Right? There's a lot of things
You're
we
gonna
can do.
want
in this
to
Yeah, I'm gonna
persuade
say
medicine?
the torpedo to get in.
It is going
Persuade
to
the torpedo.
medicine
or
check?
intimidate the
Or
torpedo.
survival to get them in there?
intimidate the torpedo.
I am going to use the.
Oh, no, wait,
athletics
use
to just
religion.
put the
That's my
torpedo
high.
there.
We will go.
It doesn't
make your
accurately
roll, so you're
reflect it,
gonna
but it's
choose
actually
your
5 plus 4, so
proficiency.
9.
Or you're
So
gonna
it's
choose
equal
your
to
skill,
performance.
make your roll, and then hold on to it, and we'll get to
Nice.
what everyone got and kind of go through how things are going on.
Oh, you get 2 d4s as well.
No, I mean, I got an 11. And then it went to
So here we go.
Yeah.
We'll
I
start
wish it
with
was that.
Lawrence in Alice's body. What check did you-
25.
with
medicine.
a medicinal
I was like,
check
okay,
of 25.
Either that or survival, because I'm.
I love the idea of medicine. As you are like, I have no clue, but I've got this memory bank of medical. Don't touch the torpedo with bare hand. We
Do
need
not.
gloves with photon torpedoes. They emit low levels of beta radiation. We got to be careful.
Mittens are weird.
You like help, and I will say that's going to in getting things through. Aaron, what check did you make and what'd you get?
I made a 20 religion check.
A 20 religion check. You start
God
loading
is
in
bigger
and
than
using
a
the
boogeyman.
religion, what we will call religion / lore of like. Photon torpedo, this is how we're loading them up. We got to make sure that they go in smooth. You do a lot of that fun. Alice
It
in
feels
Aaron's
real
body.
weird.
23 intimidation.
You just start. Okay, I hate what's going on. I don't want to be here. Do your job. You just start barking order, taking that like.
I'm mad.
You-
I'm so mad right
I'm
now.
gonna
Yeah.
like look to
Nobody
over at
switches my
Tyler's
brain
body.
around.
Without my permission.
yeah, I'm gonna look over to Tyler's body, which is in Nemorum, and Aaron's lost track. He's like, do
You
I
go
really
in,
sound like that?
and you
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
let's go,
Yeah, I
everyone.
do.
Not today. Don't use my body. You're gonna use
I like
mittens. You just start barking
doing
what I
orders.
24 in
I don't know. She
24
makes it
athletic.
seem more
Nemorum,
authoritative.
you're like, wow, I could like pick up 10 of these easily. Like, you're just like, wow, this is not, and you're just loading up easily.
Yeah.
Literally the brute
Yes,
broad.
nice.
And what'd you get?
So I got a 19 with a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. You just start like every so often, someone goes to hand it, and you're like, I got it. Oh, yep, nope, that doesn't work. And so you're realizing it's
Alright.
kind of that fun. Oh, redistribution of weight. Since I can't just like muscle it through, you do that clever like I'm taking it here and just shooting it off in right, kind of using your arms to like
Don't let it
push
proc
through.
while you're shooting it.
With a successful group check on the photon torpedoes, all of them get loaded up in time. And all of you kind of realizing what everyone else can do in a fun way. Getting into torpedoes, the very Simic looking crew member comes back. Just excellently done, Alpha Shift. You loaded up all the ion torpedoes.
Yes.
Yes.
How do these things work?
He's gonna make a check.
We did.
Not the photon torpedoes.
What?
Listen. I'm pretty sure I may have said photon. What's in the chamber? Whoever wants to make me a perception check using their body's
Just
perception.
use my passive.
I'll use passive.
Passive 20.
Have advantage on perception?
Alice, you clue Lawrence in.
Just like passive.
Oh gosh.
And an 18.
Okay.
You loaded
okay,
up
so-
photon torpedoes.
You loaded
Should
for
be a plus
photon.
It's a plus 5.
Perception?
Perception 3.
Yeah.
21 on perception.
21 perception.
Okay.
All of yours photon torpedoes were what was loaded.
We have to unload
So-
these immediately.
You have
Wait,
to.
wait. They were loaded? Or
They were loaded.
And
they
then
wanted
them.
photon
Unload them.
torpedoes.
Ion. He's gonna turn. He
okay.
turns the data pad to you. It does say ion-based torpedoes.
You
Okay.
just
Wait,
read it wrong.
Is this a PG-13 campaign?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We get one a session.
Mother trucker,
I get
dude.
one a session?
Everyone gets one a session.
I'm gonna grab this guy by the neck and say, listen to me, you little shit. I'm not in my body. Give me the right orders.
Everyone, you and this.
Can you
No
roll
more of-
intimidation?
Please roll me
Please.
intimidation with advantage.
This is Namor.
How
This
is
is
that
a
gonna help
plus-
us?
It may actually because let's see.
That is a...
This is
Plus
Namor
7.
doing it.
Yes.
26.
26. This dude will now help you with the group check. Go. I'm so sorry. Let me help. We got. So everyone's
I
gonna
approve.
load off.
Wait, bardic inspiration, my wimpy body.
So you've got a bardic d6 and a guidance d4. Go
And
ahead,
the bless
make
D4.
your checks that you want to make
Okay.
using whatever stat
I've
you
got D4s.
prefer.
I
guess
think
I'll
I'm
still
gonna
keep
try-
on the
Here we go.
slides.
We'll start going backwards this way. Namorum, what
Okay.
check did you make in Tyler's body, and what'd you get?
I'm still gonna do.
Oh,
some
still good.
hand,
Okay, so 14 plus that.
15, and I can add that. Wait.
D4. You've got a D4 on you.
4, yes, and I also.
You have a +8 to your.
Or 23, but why not? Let's add the +4 just because.
27. Immediately that let's unload. And so in Tyler's body, it's that like I cannot pick these things up. So you go to grab and just like hand off to someone else, doing that very subtle like sleight of hand, like, oh, take this. And so you're basically not even touching them, but it does help, of course, assembly lining down. Tyler in Namorum's body.
Natural 13 for a total of 20 with religion.
Total of 20 with religion.
It's kind of weird.
I will give you a
Religion,
choice real quick. This will actually be important. So we're going to hold on to that. Alice in Aaron's body.
30 with intimidation.
Alice is so pissed, and it is that perfect. You are just assembly lining everything. You've taken command, Alice. Everyone is on a 30. That's basically going to
Don't say
autopilot.
it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Wow, Alice, you do your brother's body
No, it's
shop
better.
better than Aaron does.
I like this.
Oh, no more. Nice.
He does.
Lawrence's
he does a
body
great job.
with Aaron.
Okay.
What'd you get?
With a performance check on a natural 1 for a total of 14.
You
Wow.
pick up. The body does the job for you.
Sweet.
So it's not bad, but you're like, I have never played. What is this instrument called? And ding,
It's
ding,
an
ding,
accordion.
ding, 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 ding. You
Could
just
be worse,
start
I've got a pretty
performing-
journey back
Your legs
there.
from you, you're like, oh.
Oh, this is
I
not.
know this is like your thing, and it's cool when you do it, but I feel really embarrassed.
This is wow.
You just gotta own it like Weird Al Yankovic.
Who's
Wait,
that?
wait, we're all like.
It's an intergalactic
They all say
singer.
it, and I say,
Lawrence
oh,
and
I got
Alice's
that.
body. Was
It's psyched specifically on the guy helping
Oh
us.
my
Be like,
gosh.
hey, I know you. You can do this. And trying to hype him up to a 21.
21. Okay,
I
yeah.
want to see an
So
animation of this. Oh my god.
This is
Yeah.
insanely funny.
Just Larry the
Oh my gosh.
cucumber screen.
I'm just curious. Never mind. I'll ask this later.
So you go in.
Oh gosh.
The 30 is really what's needed, but here we go. On a nat 13,
Oh gosh.
there may not be enough time to load up ion torpedoes. You know, again, part of this, why it's happening, it's got to be done like now, because yeah, if these fire with everything open, like, ooh, that's bad for the ship. Suddenly we're opening basically an airlock in the middle of the weapons deck. Bad stuff's gonna happen. On a 13, you've got a choice, Namorum. Your body, the recesses of Namorum's naturally stored memory is gonna pull something out for you. Photon torpedoes and ion torpedoes have one key difference: how they blow up. You could, both viable options here. Go grab the ion torpedoes, bring them back, make a group check, and go. Or, combining with the 30 and you know how fast you've already been going, if the right medical and science officers make the checks, you can easily rig these photon torpedoes to be ion. To just say, hey, instead of that natural explosion of pure energy, let's jerry-rig this into exploding and becoming an ionization EMP-esque blast.
Let's rig it.
You want to rig it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this would technically be the technology.
Certainly
Yeah.
try.
Alice, and of course, I should say, the Simic Hybrid, using with the Troy one with a bit of help action, also helped roll an 18
What
for
is
that
even
check.
happening right now? Are we under attack?
We are under attack. It seems that the ship... Again,
know
unfortunately,
what's
due to the bridge crew also being swapped around, normal communication isn't great. What you're all realizing is there is some sort of... We have just been put in the middle of, like, a ship firefight. And so it's not like we weren't ready. Like, usually we've got time to prep and loaded this up before. And so it's not
Yeah.
like, oh no, we're
And
suddenly...
we also have a stowaway. messing
some
with
sort
us.
of
Who just happens to be a god.
interquantum
Yeah.
stowaway.
The
thing.
collector of all people.
So, I'm not Alice.
Bardic.
I
I know.
can't.
Heyo.
I know. What?
Guidance.
Wait,
Guidance. Okay. Here we go.
don't I still technically?
What we
have
need.
the-
You
We
still have
already
bless.
have. We've already got the blessing guides. So, you're going to be making medicine checks.
Medicine check.
Yes.
Rig this. It's not technology because it is that medicine. It's a fine tune with the full scalpel and tools going in.
Can I give
Alice,
him a
using
help action?
Aaron.
Mercy.
I have
You're-
inspiration.
You're what?
What are your stats?
mine.
How do I know how smart
So,
you are?
what'd you
My
get,
intelligence is
Lawrence and
12.
Alice?
It's not us. It's
27.
Tyler and Alice.
27.
I know.
Seven.
I'm thinking-
Playing to each
I'm
other's strengths.
not sorry.
And so, very careful. Again, people are giving that
Fingers
key,
are
like,
weird. Why do y'all have
Can I give him
these?
the help action because his
Yeah.
hands are smaller?
All of these.
Yeah,
Just
because it's
guide
not
him
like
what to do.
I know
I
kind of
did
what
do
you should be
that.
looking for, but your body knows
But
to
I
do.
will approve the help action
Mhm.
though. So
Approve the help
I,
action.
I did get a synthetic 20.
Okay.
How about
So
that?
yeah. So that would be.
What are these
You get advantage.
things
Help
you
action
have?
gives you
Fingers.
advantage. So.
They're
So
annoying.
again, okay.
They're
So,
not.
Alice and Tyler, to your own bodies, you're helping do that guiding
These
through
are
of
like
like, here's what
real
we do.
things.
And I will also add the bardic.
And the bar, yes, that bardic from earlier. So, what'd you get?
Guidance is very helpful. Brought it up to a dirty 20 and then
D6.
plus 7.
Right now, we have a 27 as Alice. You, with like half of these bombs, have already watched Lawrence help snip the right wires, put them together. Should all go off.
22.
22. Just barely getting it in.
Oh.
Tyler helps. You watch these photon torpedoes, which normally are just kind of basically, you could see these on any sort of ship, all now start humming and giving off a slight glow. You watch the Simic more looking ensign just like, great, let's load them up. And again, that 30 and all the other checks, you guys
I
had the
have
time to start putting them in.
A
Yep.
question.
Mhm.
I'm not Alice.
Yeah.
I'm Aaron.
Mhm.
I've got some of that little bit symbiote left over, whatever was left over, right?
Possibly.
Oh yeah, right. Some
Leftover genetics.
With this weird creature, the object of his goal, the goal is for us to learn something,
Mhm.
correct? I think I figured out what we're learning.
Yeah.
We're learning how to work as a team, that everyone has value, everyone has a different thing they can contribute, and everyone is worth time.
Mm-hmm. You do this as you kind of realize this. The final torpedo, you, Nemorum in Tyler's body, Tyler in Nemorum's body, pick it up, start loading it. Aaron with Lauren still strum along, giving that bardic final message check. And Alice in Aaron's body, you stop and kind of look. The Simic ensign turns to you. His eyes blink and become galactic and wink at you. You load up, and not a moment too soon as torpedoes being fired off into whatever battle in time. That's where we're going to take our break for this session. Thank you all so much for playing, and we will
Oh
be
my
back in a
gosh.
moment. Bye-bye.
think we can
Dude.
safely Ooh, I have a crazy idea.
And we are
What if
back.
Aaron picks.
Thank you
soft
so much
buddies
for
in
waiting
your
throughout the
body?
break. Those
Yes!
are coming back into chat.
Yes!
Do that.
As
I haven't
the
been able to
ship
pick this
combat
thing
does
since
eventually
Dragon.
fade, all of you end up running, of course, to your other stations, and it's that very weird, like, oh, I'm needed in the med bay, I guess, and, well, oh, actually, I think I'm supposed to head up to the bridge to help fix some stuff. Dang it,
I
like,
don't like
I'm figuring out the science bay, like, with this new, yeah, you meet, of course, Officer Kessel, but it's not Officer Kessel, and so everything's crazy. The ship combat does end eventually without too much chaos, and you all find yourselves immediately back where you began. For you guys, just kind of down in that area of the lower decks, cleaning those cords.
In our own
Yeah,
bodies.
like-
You're not in your own bodies
Okay,
yet.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to specify.
Because you have all appeared back, and it's that immediate, oh, I'm back! No, dang it. Like,
It's like
I am
All
tired
right,
of
buddy.
this.
you watch
Wow.
Hugh walks out from around the corner, just,
Hey.
well done, Starfleet. You did admirably, most of you.
Admirably. That's good. Admiral.
making Very.
That was a nice.
oh
I
gosh.
thought you were making
If
a
I
joke
could
there.
face palm,
So
I would.
I gotta like. Oh, don't worry, you can.
I'll put my palm in your face.
Thanks.
Don't worry, you can
I
actually.
don't-
It's like it's just covering your
I
whole
don't
body.
know.
I thought there was a joke there, so I
Oh,
kind of
that's true. I'll just pick the cucumber.
I
Zoe
want you to
too,
make
'cause we're
me,
friends.
in this
And I was
moment,
putting
a
in the more
performance
so
check with
Nice.
Alice's body. And is how well can Alice perform a joke? Is
I
gonna be
wasn't
the-
telling a joke. I was laughing at one.
That's kind of the point. Performance based.
Ooh, that is cocked.
6.
So, yeah,
I get it. That
He wasn't making a joke.
it was not a joke.
Oh, sorry.
I hardly ever
Sad.
joke.
That was the worst joke I've
That's
ever
a
heard in
joke.
my life.
That is.
Agreed.
Well, I've yet to see anyone that really piques my interest, but they're all doing decent. I mean, as well as anyone could. But do you have a newfound appreciation?
Of course. We all
Right.
have our own unique
New
stories.
perspectives and new secrets.
wait.
What are people hiding?
Yeah, from that.
What is my brother hiding?
As
I'm
Hugh
saying-
kind of like furrows his brow and
so
does that
funny,
little.
like,
I read these were things.
His eyebrow does a little eyebrow waggle, shall we say? Just
A
waggle, waggle.
waggle?
A waggle, and he just steps back and becomes one with the ship in this moment. For you all, if you want, please make me a history check using Aaron's body.
Everybody uses Aaron's body?
If they want to, using their own
Everyone
body.
up in there.
Can I use Aaron's stats
That-
real
that
quick?
sounds
Or
wrong.
Is that what it is?
Hey, can you pass
Yeah.
Aaron's body
History?
over? History. Or lore, it might be
16.
called.
Please.
Here we go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
You still have 2d4s.
And
I
we'll
do.
cut away from the
I
crazy
do.
music and lights because...
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
I had an extra
Here we go.
question.
Hold on to yours, because again, we're going to be going through people. I will start by kind of just rolling a bit random to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tyler, currently in the Morm's body. What did you roll?
16.
You see back into a bit of Nemorum's past. As memories are things
You
that
could also
stay with
flip stuff.
bodies. You see the Galactic Imperium. Specifically, you watch as Nemorum's foot covers an entire person's face and presses down until it hits the ground.
What?
And yeah, Nemorum sitting there tells about what are you looking at?
That's 10,000 years worth of memories. Oh my gosh.
10,000 come to
But
you.
mine's longer.
That is the tamest of what you see in this moment, as you see pretty horrific stuff. I'll say on a 16, you're watching all this, and you watch the Emperor speak to you in your mind and ask you about the security defenses and some of the other stuff in Starfleet. And realize that Nemorum has, while he's been your crewmate and hopefully maybe we could call friend up until this point. There's a bit of things he hasn't told you.
At this moment, I'm gonna grab Nemora's arm. I'm gonna break
The
it.
broken one?
You grab Nemorum's arm, your own. Go ahead and roll an attack against yourself.
Oh, wow.
Let's see, 17 plus 5.
22. You break,
The armor
dealing
class.
6 points of damage as you break your own arm. And what's horrifying is pain doesn't even really register to you in this body.
This is amazing.
Crazy.
Oh,
This
you break
dark-
your arm.
Like your
My-
arm.
you break
Nemorum's arm.
Yeah, I thought you were just
I
gonna.
just fixed my armor, gosh dang it!
Breaks it. No pain, no nothing.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Nemorum,
Okay.
you were
here
in
we go.
Tyler's body.
Oh no.
How much depression are we gonna see? Emotional damage.
You might get stuff I haven't fully fleshed out with
What did
August
you
yet.
get for your roll?
That was a 22. I'm glad I remember that. Okay.
22.
Probably the, happiest story.
You see this planet Earth back in the 21st century. The crazy feelings of being alive. Early memories of your father, but not your father, of Tyler's father, but of him not being there.
Daddy issue.
Hearing news articles about your father, and actually on a 22, something that a young Tyler, all of us with our own memories, it's natural to forget. Being a observer on a 22, a memory of Tyler's father being on the television, being wanted for crimes.
Oh gosh.
An early memory that Tyler growing up being maybe 5, 6, according to like an Earth years, you don't even have that kind of concept, but of this man, Dr. Gray, being wanted for crimes on Earth to some extent. But
Right.
the memories are fuzzy as children don't really know that. As you look through,
Did you get my message? It's up to you. But
yeah,
it's
yes.
there. Okay.
Here we go. That around to actually Lawrence next with that roll.
Total of 21. And
Total
I had a
21.
sneakily snonkily question. Is that emotionally
You don't see
still
anything?
somewhat connected?
Yes,
It's
is.
still connected. So
but it
you
is
have
connected to Aaron's mind.
so
To Aaron's mind. So
Aaron's mind in Aaron's body actually.
Yeah.
if I'm right. So
Yeah.
Alice, you are
Oh.
I don't want to say involved in this sense, but since you're in Aaron's body right now, you're kind of like, you know the term piggybacking a radio wave?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of getting this weird
And I was
feedback.
gonna ask if I could try to piggyback.
We'll get to that. Lawrence, you see a collection of shoelaces from unwanted suitors. And you see a lot. Because not of Alice's true full life, but of a bit of past life and other memories. You do see a girl that died from what we would call a bit of a stalker, using her shoelaces. And this like brought forth memory. And I will say, Lawrence, you don't know if Alice knows this, if that makes sense. So for you, kind of like with Nemorum in this moment of, is this a memory that my friend knows they have?
And if you're piggyback.
Oh my
You
gosh.
get that. Alice, what did you get on your lore check?
23.
23. Aaron is at the academy, working, and the constant, every time he left a room, a professor. Not as good as your dad. Well, maybe you'll be as good as the Admiral one day. Your sister, she's got top marks in school, but Aaron, you're not great right now. Culminating in your father's conversation with Aaron after the examinations.
Oh my god.
Telling him how he was not invited to the meeting where Aaron almost was forced to retake the examinations because they believed that, well, as an admiral's son, he should have performed better in the first place. You see all of this, and again, for all of you, it's happening in instants. You didn't think until you thought to take a bit of memory, suddenly memory is there. Aaron, what did you get?
A natural 20 for a total of 27.
Hey,
A cucumber.
I learned.
Yeah.
A nat
You might get some
20.
stuff that I haven't
She
even
fixed
heard
the
about.
dice tray, everyone.
Yay! Don't jinx
All
it.
it needed
Knock
was
on wood!
love.
Knock on wood!
I'll listen 'cause
I have to roll up. I have to look up a quick bit of
Cucumber history.
Larry the Cucumber Wikipedia.
deep lore and secret.
Yeah, because
here.
we haven't really got over
Dude.
my childhood yet. That.
Oh my god.
You were surrounded by your brothers, Lawrence's brothers. You see Stefano, Roberto, and Martuccio.
Oh jeez.
Um,
A row.
Your
Good deal.
father, Aeneas, is looking at you in disgust, and you don't think this is a coherent conscious memory at first. Your brothers around you looking are kind of... It's very small. Well, look at him. He won't survive another cycle or two. We shall see if he proves his worth to our world. Moving forward, you see a
Put this.
Philosian woman. It would never work, Lawrence. You just can't decide. And leaving what we would think of as a ring, a promissory, on a table and walking away. Lawrence going from job to job to
Get a
job.
fiance.
Over 40 different employment, over 40 different genres, shall we say, of work.
Oh my
is
gosh.
Larry?
And you see one of the last on a nat 20, a Klingon cyborg man. Blood splattering that kind of bluish green over the sword that you don't know how you're holding, but plunges into. I pulls himself out of the sword. We'll come for you. As he slides off the sword into the vacuum of space, off of the mag boot, floats away, and you're back.
Holy cow. This cucumber's
Um,
dark.
All of you get these memories in
Bro.
seconds, and hear Q somewhere in the background just. Ooh, no! Not so easy, is it, living another person's life? Hmm? Well, to borrow from what the Philosian might say, it's time to play the What Have We Learned song.
Classic.
All of you stop. Yeah, Lord Silence Boy gives that kind of half smile, like, yeah, classic. But it's that very much, whoa. In this moment, I would like everyone to maybe tell me what have they think they learned, or what they might be thinking in this moment. To anyone, it's kind of like open. There's no immediate order.
Tyler is very concerned about why the Emperor needs to know about the security and the breaches of the confidence.
Yeah.
And he's definitely gonna tell this to Aaron at any given moment.
So when the time comes up of, hey, the Emperor's asking
Like,
about
as soon as we're supposed to go to bed, he's gonna knock on Aaron's door like, yo, we gotta talk right
you're
now.
like,
I got business with someone else later.
I gotta talk to my friends and see what's going on.
Oh my
Well,
god.
not that. I'm talking about other
Oh,
business.
yes. Any other things people like? They're maybe we'll call it
God's
surface
gonna
thoughts
wake
of
up
like
with a
what your
memory of
character would be
Alice
like.
kissing
Oh,
him.
what's going on right
No,
now?
he's not. No.
Some,
Garth
sometimes
shows up and it was Patty trying to find her friend, and he. It was
Some
non-consensual there,
happens
Tyler.
later.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
sometimes we. Did you
wanna go?
Did were you?
Okay, I'll go. My brother doesn't know his worth.
Lawrence.
Sometimes we
Any other thoughts? Things that they might be thinking?
Want to make this like the right words, like
Yeah.
the way Nomura would say it. So yeah.
Gotcha. No, you're totally
In
fine.
Tyler's body, it's what do you see?
You would.
Ooh.
I will say, while you're just composing, at this moment, Q has reappeared. It's very blink out of the corner of your eye, and you turn, and he is leaning up against the now completely clean copper wiring, I will say. And you don't remember if you cleaned it, or maybe that's just part of whatever trick he just did. Q looks at you all just, you've got some rough days ahead, Confidence. Do you really know everyone on this ship? Not gonna lie, I was really hoping for someone that would pick up the mantle. You kind of miss your friends. But no one can be a Picard, am I right? He looks at Lawrence's body, Aaron, and he looks at Aaron's body, Allison. Hope you know your family. Hope you know your friends. Hope you know yourselves. But he kind of like points up towards the bridge. They did the big stuff, so I can't be totally rude and keep you this way forever. Be funny, right?
No.
The Nemorum just
And it's just like Tyler, just like.
Yeah.
I would make a joke about
Yeah.
it, but
Also,
it's not really the case.
Canonically speaking, in the Mormon's body, I grabbed Lawrence and he's like just standing on.
Yes! Again!
It's like
Veggie on
Nomura
the shoulder.
Cumber, right?
It's just like Tyler. It's like,
Veggie
I'll
on
let
the
it go.
shoulder.
I'll let it
It's
go.
happened before.
Yeah.
Let's
It's just like
So,
I'll let it. But
Do you have yet what your character's thinking?
as time has proven, a caring parental figure is the best defense against the horribleness of life.
Was the Emperor a caring parental figure?
Exactly.
And
That's
you
why, yeah.
feel that all of you
That
socks.
breathe in, and as each of you in turn either blink or move, you are back in your own bodies. Go ahead and take your character sheets back.
Oh,
Right.
sweet
I
hops!
got to go apologize to some people because someone.
I got
As I
a
slapped him.
26 on stealth. Oh, how I
You
missed
go.
it.
He's already gone. That was something Tyler had already prepped as kind of a held action that the second back in his body he wanted to hide.
Are we on break now?
Oh, sweet
this
non-existent
is very
hands, I
much you
missed
get the-
you.
This is Captain McTavish. Everyone, take a breather. 24 hours at least. Yeah.
Okay.
The bridge crew is already like, everyone
I've
go
got
home.
so many
Sweet
things I need to
non-existent
do.
Yes, everyone's got stuff to do. We'll start.
Aaron is going to beeline straight for the bridge.
Before he goes,
Yep.
I'm
He's
gonna corner
not
him and give him
stopping.
a hug.
He'll give you a hug.
That's
You're worth a lot more than people say. And I'm sorry. They don't see that.
Okay.
But I do.
It's okay. I've made a decision that I think is going to be good.
all right.
Okay.
Nemorum,
so,
as they're
because
kind of in that
technically he's gone, right?
Yeah, Tyler.
I'm going to calm specifically for him.
Because the com, you can at least like open the channel. It's just if you choose to answer. Yeah.
I'll answer it.
Okay.
What's up?
What is thy wish?
It's a free.
We had a three-way swap. They did.
Yeah, we're like, okay,
But
perfect.
I will ask this, because I will not divulge your secret to anyone else. I ask you that you do not divulge mine. He doesn't know specifically what, but this is...
If
He's
he-
the closest to the Emperor. It's like you captured the Secret Service and just went
Well,
through
I
their
like it.
minds.
It's
Like,
very
you
much
know.
that natural. I don't know what you saw, but don't.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Jinx.
please don't.
Yummy
Like, this
soda.
is more, it's not
Soda.
even like I
Soda.
will
Soda.
kill you, but it's just like, please, just don't.
It's a very genuine don't. Yeah.
Can't make promises I'm not gonna keep.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
He's honest.
And while I'm walking, I'm gonna leave a post-it note on Aaron's, like, underneath, like, just throw it underneath his door.
In his personal dorm, yeah.
That just says, meet me at my dorm, 10:30, ATT tie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You give that Lawrence before we come back to Alice
after-
and stuff you're doing.
After after you head to the bridge crew,
I'm on my
you
way.
were-
I need to
yeah.
just stop and grab you.
Oh.
Just like,
Yeah, you were heading to the bridge crew, and I was gonna talk to us.
you have a family here. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course. Starfleet.
I saw a lot of stuff in there in your brain.
Oh yeah,
I
exciting
just
stuff.
wanted to let you know you're welcome here and wanted.
Non-existent hands give you a hug.
Oh,
Non-existent
hug
you-
and
It's like on
We'll
his
get to
cat.
On
in
his
a minute.
couch.
You give that little hug to a very small cucumber person.
That's
but
weird.
yeah, here we go. We will
I
jump.
I would also like a quick word with Aaron.
We'll get to that in a second because Aaron's going.
After you head to bridge
Alice
crew, I was
will
gonna talk.
cut to you. Who do you want to go talk to first?
Okay, first I want to apologize to What's His Bucket and explain to him, so
Garth.
sorry if you...
You find
Tyler-
Garth, who is currently finishing up in security bay. They're like reloading back up a bunch of guns that fell over.
Sorry about earlier, if you remember that. Tyler was being a jerk.
What?
Never mind then.
Also, you want to find
As Garth, like, as you're walking, what was that about? Because he wasn't his body, he was
You gotta
someone else.
apologize to Patty or
I
You gotta fight Patty.
Oh, I already texted her, like, hey...
You message text off, where are you?
Tyler was being a
She
dunhead.
tried, I'm in med bay. I get it. You want to talk about it?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
kinda.
Here.
And then I wanted to catch up with that one dude.
Which one, dude?
Oh.
The one I gave my number to.
She did.
Okay, before you
the guy
do
who
that,
fixed the
I-
life support system.
Before I did that, I wanted to talk to
The guy who saved the ship.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tendo Renz, the
Yeah,
engineer.
Tendo.
You get the message back from Patty just being like, I'm in med bay. Do you want to go catch a drink? We could just relax in my room if you want.
Yeah.
So you can go catch just a quick drink.
Did you
Oh,
but
wanna
before
do
that,
your quick
yes.
thing?
Yes.
Like I
Yeah.
ran
Catch
past
us
you
like-
in the hall.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's weird stuff in your mind. How well do you know yourself? And I know that's weird coming from me since my past
That
isn't really the
depends
best on
which
self-reflective.
one you're asking.
Oh.
Yeah, right. That
Because here's how it works is like you have a ceremony, you wake up and you have access to memories, but as you go through life you get access to more and more, and the number I've counted so far is 10,000.
wow.
So are you asking, does Alice know me?
Yeah. And I know it's hypocritical coming from me since I
I
can't
mean-
narrow down a career field, but
I
it might
know
be
my-
helpful to look into some of those.
I think I know myself really well. It's kind of hard because my identity is a combination of
Of your histories.
my influence as I'm raised as Alice and everyone else.
Yeah, there's some other selves
It's-
that you might want to.
Kind of like,
Oh boy.
have you ever heard of multiple personality disorder?
I have heard. Yeah,
It's like, it's not that they can take control,
but it's
that
more
they
that
just,
they teach you as you.
they teach me what they've learned.
Yeah, I want to ask. Maybe you should listen a little bit more. There's some stories
Are
that
you talking about Susie?
was that name in the.
I
Yeah.
know.
There was a lot. You actually, I will say, Lawrence, the name comes to you and you realize it was not blocked out, but there was a lot of repression, especially in some of those memories. Even with the 22, you don't even think you got the whole thing. That was just kind of a big thing that came through, for sure.
There's a lot
I'm
of stuff.
vaguely aware of what happened to her. That's why I do it. Because she never got justice.
So to do justice to others. Thought to help inform maybe with that. Also, be very careful. The biggest thing that I saw in there was a bunch of shoelaces and set your standards. Take it from me of all people, set your
It's not,
standards.
it's not that I'm... If
It's
they
that you
approach me,
Yeah, that's another thing.
that's my life.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Anyways,
You go, you meet Patty. There's a lot of people at the bar right now. You're seeing everyone. The entire ship is just like poured over some bottle of glass. Like,
Question:
oh.
would they need some song?
You actually think, Lawrence, I will give you on a passive insight, song might be really good or really bad. This could be one of those like, ooh, I could, like, let me put it this way. It would be a high DC, but if you succeed, it's that, wow, yeah, like, it helps. But if you don't, not that it would hurt, but it would be
Everyone
that very,
would be
like,
Make it weirder.
like, not right now, like, yeah, or that kind of vibe. So if you want, you can try. I'd say just passive insight. It's that, like, should I or shouldn't I?
Modifier's +9, so I feel like I've got a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, you do.
So, you know what? I think music is what's needed for the moment. Oh.
What?
You know what? It's not needed, but if you feel like it...
I'll give you some guidance.
Good guys.
Great,
That
great.
might help. That might really help.
How does a 28 sound?
28, yep. 20 being the DC 25 needed. It does help loose, again, music and song and
Every
drinking.
night
It's a good social lubricant. It gets people
Number
talking.
7.
People are laughing more than just being deeply traumatized.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's very
7.
much that.
The wood block is the instrument this
The
time.
wood block.
Sorry, Night Fever.
Need more cowbell.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
It's literally written down to the list, so...
I love it.
got my drill.
You play through at the bar with Patty. You see Patty. Listen, you're totally fine. I should have assumed that it wasn't you. It was just weird, right? Like,
Really weird because I don't.
so who was that in your body? Tyler, is he?
Tyler Gray.
Oh, I've seen him in labs. Okay, isn't he the weird one that was like 21st century?
It's not weird.
Okay, but like, you gotta admit, they did not understand consent back in 21st century Earth. Right? That was just a bit much. I get Garth was like, okay, let's be honest. Okay, Garth is
He's very attractive.
Adonis, right? Like, look.
But he had a boy...
Tyler,
You just are in the back.
I'm not.
You're good. No, it was just there was so much going on, and then I got called in because then it's like, oh, medical laboratory, and like our chief medical officer isn't even who she said she was because we were having to deal with, and then like people are in bodies now with medical traumas that they don't know how to deal with. It was whole thing. How's your stuff? What did you get to do?
I got to be my brother for a little bit.
Oh,
It was
Hey.
weird.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Drink. Like she orders like
Have
2
a
more.
drink.
Like let's drink.
He's not terrible.
So, yeah, but like that's
But
gotta
it's
be
really
a
weird
lie.
because I was like, I was born with him, and it's like,
Right? Like, no, I couldn't imagine. I don't know, like, I had, most of my siblings were older when I, like, joined Starfleet, and so, like, I never really got to know them, but, like, it's still weird, right?
It is kind of weird.
We cut down, Aaron at the bar. As you were at the bar, first officer comes up to you. You see she's got that, like, twinge in her eye. Just, yeah, what do you want?
Sam's brain just farted. Rebooting. It crashed. Rebooting.
I also
Sorry.
texted you where Tyler would be.
Oh, yes, I got that, because we
First
were getting
officer.
that in a second.
Katira.
Yes.
Okay. I have been thinking of my skill set and of my failures and shortcomings, and I've been contemplating requesting a transfer into operations, and I wanted some advice.
Oh, for me? Jeez, where's my pad? She ducks under the counter, brings back it. Well, listen, Aaron, right? Aaron Shaw? I don't know, your current assignment scores are through the roof. Like, you do really well on the ship. Why would you want to swap out from... Dude, you're, like, really good at what you do. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
You did... I don't know. Well, for most of your commanding officers, other lieutenants, and just commanders on the ship, you're one of the highest scoring lieutenant junior grades we've got. It's why you were picked for the Alpha shift to help retrofit Transport 55. It's why we give you guys a lot. But if you want ops, I think I could figure out the paperwork.
I guess I'll take some more time to think. I've just been struggling with some stuff.
Hey, she pours you. All can be made peace through the way.
Just you do it.
Gives you. Have you ever heard about the religious movement I'm in?
No.
The religious what?
Would you like to?
Sure.
What?
The
I used to be a very interesting person, but I was saved, and I think we all can. And if you have these moments of this is her character as First Officer Katir. All of us can be saved. You know, when I met...
She's a Mormon missionary.
It's not... Reverend Zixis just really changed my life. Saved me in the bar that day. If you want, we've got a pamphlet I could give you.
I think I'll be alright, but thank you.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. It's not for everyone.
She made a good
At this
call.
point...
Sort of needed a boost. And I'm going to take
Turns
the
into
shot.
a pyramid scheme.
Thank you,
I
Commander. And
She,
I'm going to head to the holodeck.
Nods, takes her flask, downs personal flask she's got too. Yeah, she does that.
And Aaron will go do what Aaron does.
Okay,
Before
I
That's
do
the
want
name
to
of
catch
the
up with
ship.
Aaron.
Before we cut, everyone's going
Sorry,
through.
yes, that's Lazy Susan.
Oh,
Shut
right,
myself
right.
up.
Yeah. But I'm good to wait. At any
We'll get that because first we are going to cut. Actually, as Aaron, you head to the holodeck. It is currently being used.
Bye.
Walking in, there is a intricate, shall we call it, jungle gym setup going on. You see Tyler is kind of going at it. Just a lot of rock wall to monkey bar to like solo climb to what we call the salmon
Americans.
bar.
Ninja
Very
Warrior.
much Ninja Warrior course going on.
I definitely came in my workout gear because
Yeah, it's like that. Walk up. Room currently in session with. Training. So it's not like a bad thing. And Ensign Tyler Gray. Oh, I know
I'll
Tyler.
go over to the whatever he's climbing on or working out on right now, and I'll just start climbing next to him.
Go ahead, and give me acrobatics checks. If you want to give me acrobatics too now, Tyler.
Okay, acrobatics, yeah.
Excellent.
The thing
That-
is,
Would that count as cocked if it bounced up and landed on top of a d6?
It did, if it
Perfectly
landed
flat.
flat,
It
I
landed
count
flat and gave me a 12 total.
it. I guess you got a 12.
if the dice did acrobatics,
Defiant!
the dice performed acrobatics.
Defiant. 14!
14.
The dice
well,
performed acrobatics itself.
Tyler, what you getting?
I got a 26.
Immediately, it takes you a moment, Aaron. Tyler, you're doing great. Like, you're realizing, like, okay, this feels really good. You scramble up.
It's nice being
And
back
within a
in the
moment, you're both kind of on the same rock wall part of the course that stretches. It's one of those where you have to climb around, up, and over before heading into another section of kind of like overarching monkey bars. Yeah, you climb up next to him.
Sweet. Said you needed to talk. Didn't think I'd find you here.
That is odd, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of a complicated talk because we're both like
Rock climbing. Yeah.
I just think Nemorin's in danger
What do you
from
mean?
whoever type of people he is. But he also asked me not to share any confidential notes about what I saw. But that's my feeling.
Do you think I should talk to him?
Yeah, you have your ways with people.
Okay. I can do that.
Good
Anyway,
luck.
want to
Tough
race?
skin. Race? You're gonna lose, but sure.
Try to make me a post acrobatics now.
Big.
Because that would just say, like, you've had an easy time, Aaron. It was more the 14 of like, oh yeah, I just gotta like move really fast to catch up.
If I action surge, can I have advantage?
Actually, no, in this mode, because action surge would just give you an additional. So if you fail,
Then I
action surge
can-
might give you a reach chance,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Well, that's a natural 13 for a total of 18.
18.
24.
24. Do you want to, the 13, the choice beat, if you action surge, you might get a chance to beat the 24.
I need a 19 or a 20 to match or beat, so I'll
Bro.
go for it.
Go for it, yeah. Let's do it.
That is a 9. Went for
See,
a
we needed
14
one.
total.
You go in,
Wow.
I'll talk to him. Race you as you boom 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 doom 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 doom. Aaron, you go jump, and I, yeah, I'm doing much better. No, I'm not. As you kind of fall, you don't ever really hit the floor, as it's just that like,
No,
I
I'll
was
grab him. If I see
always-
he's falling, I'll just grab his hand.
you grab the hand,
Ooh.
sure.
Alright,
Sweet,
point proven.
I think that might be worth it. Sorry,
Aaron,
we're now on the ship.
would you like to go find Namor before we cut back to last Lawrence and Alex?
Yeah, I'll.
I was gonna not talk to Al since we already
Oh, you already did that. Okay,
something else.
we'll wait on that then. Yeah, yeah.
I'll toss on a T-shirt and say, "I'll be back 10:30 instead of talking. Let's work out."
Yeah,
more."
I'll
And
be
then
here.
This time I picked the
Instead of
program.
talking, let's work out.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
pick the program.
you pick the
You know, the classic guy thing to do. Yeah, I love it.
And
excellent.
then I'll go find Namorum.
Okay, cool.
Namorum, as we know.
As we know.
Because there's not another holodeck, is there?
There's 2 on Ship, so that's why it's like,
Okay.
I'll go find Namorum.
So I would
Ship, can
technically-
you locate Ensign Namorum Herculean? Oh, you like turn your head and the other holodeck is running.
So this would have been also like me doing the wisdom and charisma because I wanted to boost those through that kind of
lot
training,
of
so,
tactical stuff, a lot of like, if this ship entered this quadrant, what would be a good way to, like,
Yeah. Ramage, no.
if aliens start immediately.
When all else fails, headbutt.
Enter.
That's
Eject the
the
warp
Warhammer
core.
way, dude.
Wrong.
That's the Tyler way.
That is the Tyler way.
And who knows if it would have worked? We'll never know.
I
Uh,
don't think it would.
Cyclonic
Well,
when
never
another ship
know.
is not listening to you, what do you use? Cyclonic torpedoes.
Immediate failure again. You walk in, see kind of some of these. It's that very much what you would think of like classic sci-fi of Namorum. You're sitting kind of like in that chair, and there's a bunch of just simulations around you, like being able to swipe through, like answering questions.
I
you
want
can
to
walk
imagine
in.
like it's going like so fast, but like no one else can understand it. But he
Oh
can.
yeah, you
So,
can.
yeah.
So it's enough to see constant. But for anyone else,
It's just like what? It's like a drug trip.
so you walk into this room.
Namorum, can I speak with you?
I just immediately close the simulation.
Okay.
It's like, of course. What is it
Tyler
you wish?
informed me that you were going through something. He fears you might be in danger. He didn't tell me anything specifically, keeping things in confidence between you two, but less as a superior officer, because that's not applicable here, more so as a friend and respected colleague. I wanted to ask you if you were okay, and I would like to use my feet.
Go for it.
Charmer, please make me an insight check.
He cute. That's his feet.
Feet, be cute.
You get to make it.
You're gonna make
Oh,
an insight
okay,
check
okay. All right.
against my persuasion.
All right. So
Fuck
insight.
you.
Alice will love him.
Is it a save or is it a?
No,
Insight
just
check.
a check. I will be. Oh well, no, because bless doesn't help for check. So yeah, bless is kind of already done at this point. So it's just
Well, I got
your
my
insight.
inspiration still.
You have inspiration if you want it. Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty nice though. That is a 21.
Beats my persuasion. So
Okay.
nothing out of the ordinary happens. We're just having a conversation.
Okay, good. Yeah, strong mind.
Strong mind.
Think, Mark. Think.
If you touch the towel where everyone
If you
else
re-
does, it
you
just
tried-
becomes dirty.
You tried charming the custodians. Think, Mark. Think.
So nothing intriguing happens besides whatever conversation occurs.
I appreciate that Tyler kept my secret safe as I keep his safe because it is rather personal for him.
I thought you were gonna say because it's disturbing.
There is nothing disturbing compared to what he's done, not gonna lie.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah.
Come on, like, oh gosh.
Let's be
Well, it's
real.
more in comparison to the self and what
Everyone
you
else
see
is-
him
Yeah.
as.
It was sad, and I related
Yeah.
to it, but it's
Yes.
just like, compared to like a lot of like the...
Remember
I have,
40K
I have
Universe?
over 1 million, no, well not even 1 million, probably more than that, confirmed kills. So,
Alright, flex much?
Yeah. Yes, he can.
He's got like a little score above his head.
He marks on his arm.
You'll
another-
drop so much XP when you
Every
die.
line is
Listen,
like 1 billion.
I'm a silver crown rank 3 already.
Yeah,
like you
no.
gotta get on my level.
Do you... Can you get there, buddy? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, sorry. Back to roleplay.
Yeah.
Back to serious roleplay.
I can't.
But I assure you, I am in no danger. I am very well taken care of myself. I have specific information, of course, about Starfleet, but I will not betray it. Because I understand your value, as well as the value of all Starfleet Command. And I appreciate you not pulling
coming from the 21-year-old human whose experience is dwarfed completely in comparison to yours, if you ever need anything, just ask.
As should you. I am aware of how you feel in your command. I know you set yourself to a higher standard, but you should not. We are all capable of great things. Our struggles are different for all. And I'm just gonna look something up because I got a lot of inspirational quotes for this. Specifically for this character, so
He pulls up this. He has a little quote book
Okay.
in his pocket. He puts a little pair of spectacles.
Okay, yeah,
It's-
but that's
It's a
just
cat. It's a cat calendar, but for the Imperium
That's-
soldiers.
Yes!
that way.
So it's
That's-
just gonna be
that
like
just
sounds
hang in there,
weird,
your emperor.
But then again, I
demands.
still remember
Each
James
of them has like
pulling
a
up
red
list of
cyborg
quotes
guy.
from
Yeah,
Pirates
right.
of the Caribbean, so...
It's
No,
always
that's weird.
darkest before dawn, and it's always bloodiest before the end of the fight. Like, yeah.
Especially the dirty Xenos.
Right, like, there's always a tagline of something that's like, wow, that's very,
Also,
very
F the
racially
Xenos.
charged. This is not a pleasant calendar. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
Unites
it's
us
my
all,
birthday.
xenophobia. But yeah, okay.
Oh.
I would ask you to remember this. The razor blade is sharp, but cannot cut a tree. The axe is strong, but cannot cut the hair. Everyone is important according to their own unique purpose. Never look down on yourself.
Thank you.
And do not let your failings overcome you. I have failed more than any man, woman, and child has. It is a high burden, but it has taught me much. One day you will meet that point. Maybe not as long, but it will help you learn. You're a great warrior, Aaron Shaw. And for once, I'm actually going to salute.
Holy frick!
Nemorm has never saluted anyone his entire time in these.
High
I
honor!
only give that to people I respect.
I
That's
will
cool.
just
So-
salute that, and
Love it.
I will
Friends.
head out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let you continue your training.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, cool. As life on the ship takes that moment of down to. Oh yes, Lawrence. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Three things I personally wanted to do that, now that we actually have a bit of backstory figured out, I wanted to, well, now that we're on the ship, see if I can call back to Mr. Lunch's father, Capones, and just check up. And two, do a bit of research, because now that I'm in Starfleet and just right after two back-to-back major spontaneous attacks, I want to do some research on Robert the Terrible.
Okay. Which one would you like to do first? Would you rather do a bit of lore check about Robert, or would you rather try to contact Father Graponis and Monsieur Lot?
Robert.
Robert, go ahead and come over here to the box of doom.
I'm gonna need my lucky dice for this.
Here we go.
Okay.
The box of doom coming
Another
out.
tech.
You're going to be. This is a lore-based check.
Lore based check, which we correlate to religion, so that was
All this
Plus
talk about
9.
music, boom.
We're going to plus 9 on that.
That's a 28 on a 19. Oh, you're gonna make me pull up so much.
I'm sorry. Hey, bro.
I
you
make a
know
lot
me.
of these notes in like deep archives and all my notes, and now I have to pull them up.
Bro, you know Eleanor, you know James, you know I. We all take a like in that shenanery area.
I
His
do.
guys. Oh my gosh.
Let me find.
Yeah, 19 plus 9. That.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of inspirational quotes, man.
Because to be honest, I thought, hey, maybe Father Caponis and Mr. Alexis would be intriguing to know if I find anything about.
Fuck you, not
Father.
secret.
Here we
Which
go.
was kind of a big deal. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can never.
You do a bit of searching. Starfleet record. You understand, of course, that the name given by birth is not what this person is known as, but Nakikudrom of the Klingon Empire dates back almost to the Klingon Federation war. Nakik was an old Romulan general who killed countless Federation officers, confirmed to have destroyed at least 3 starships, and murdered hundreds of other captains, commanders, and high-ranking lieutenants in battle. Nakikdrom did not take kindly to the peace treaty given by the Federation and Klingon Empire, stating that it was weakness to not fight. He went on to do something completely and utterly dishonorable, according to Klingons, and prolong his life. That towards the end of his life, he began experimenting with cybernetic augmentation. Ooh. Something no Klingon does because it is more honorable to die in battle. Nakikthrum therefore adopted a new name, Robert the Terrible, a pirate Klingon who chose instead to become something feared by an Earth name. No longer truly Klingon, no longer truly anything due to his augmentations. Last the Federation had is he was terrorizing a planet. Planet Monterey is a pretty well-known Federation planet that it, according to most record, Monterey had Federation officers stationed there. Everything was fine until the reigning governor of the planet sent out a distress call alerting that they, in fact, hadn't been doing fine, that Robert the Terrible had taken over their planet some time ago. He had almost lost his children, but thankfully, due to some insurgency of other pirates and a bit of what the report looks as the best to the actual quote, pirates who, well, rather are not pirates. They really didn't do anything piratical. They really don't do anything. But due to these pirates, their occurrence in Monterey were able to defeat Robert the Terrible, and currently the report says that Robert the Terrible, Nakikthrom, died not far out of Monterey near a local black hole. So as far as one would understand, he's been dead for some time. On a 28, there has been some, shall we say, interesting reports. Local star bases along the Klingon Empire's border have been attacked. No survivors. A 28 beating a high DC-25 lore. One of these star bases, the only thing they were able to find is what looks to be puncture holes on the outside of the main life support system that are congruent with cybernetic augmentation in someone's left arm, which you know is the arm Robert the Terrible used. Of course, according to official record, he's dead. And so it was never counted, but simply chalked as whatever destruction is happening on the Klingon border is being done by some form of pirates.
And all this before I was going to call home.
That's before you were going to call home.
You want something happy now?
Yeah.
After all of that?
Let's just
oh
go
my
home.
gosh.
Head on a high note.
Thing I gotta do.
Let's see. Before we get to the call home, sure.
So
Yeah.
House.
Did you see my text?
I did.
Oh no.
You
His
head
voice.
off and find
Is it tandon or tendon?
Tendo.
Tendon.
Like so, as if someone was
Nintendo.
trying to say the word Nintendo, but did
Nintendo.
Without the
Tendo Rens.
He's not a ninja.
Nintendo Rens.
He's just 10.
Sorry. Shall we
Ensign
look at it
Rens
again?
is not
Let's hope you don't add another
in
shoelace.
the bar area. What he is, though, on the recreation side of decks, as most of you are on, seems to be in the middle of a tennis match. Kind of one of the, not true holodecks, but, like, kind of like courtside gymnasiums. Playing against just a couple ensigns, you find, because it's that easy enough computer, can you locate Ensign Rens? And, oh, yes, he's down the hall.
Question, is his shirt off?
Right? Pure luck check.
That's probably not gonna happen again. Pure luck check? Is that something I could get
He is wearing a long sleeve t-shirt,
Aw.
shorts, knee-high socks,
shorts and long
sneakers, and a headband.
Aren't they
Ah.
well defined and form fitting?
So wool
Is it
socks.
something I could give
That
him?
was-
Is it
that
something I could
was
give
a
him?
natural
Mark?
five.
That
on a pure
probably
luck check.
makes him more attractive to Alice than being shirtless with him.
He understands
Alice
that.
will
that-
kind of like stand on the sidelines waiting for him to notice her as she's watching him.
Sure.
Does he
There's
notice?
another natural
My man
five.
is logged in the
He
game.
plays about 3 games against different ensigns before stopping, drenched in sweat, and wearing full
Bro.
clothing, wool socks, turns, gets water, and waves you. He walks up, kind of brings, hey,
Hey,
Alice, how you doing?
do you want to go on a date?
Go ahead and give me a
So that's how you do it.
persuasion check.
Would this be intimidation to him?
No, he's not intimidating, but it is a persuasion check. Contested his insight.
Oh boy, hopefully his insights.
Do you
Wait,
still have that
contested.
bless from a
Do
while
I
back?
still have bless?
I will say probably not.
Oh, the
I
one
was
time.
for you. I'm like, bless is kind of gone.
And I still
Lucky
haven't used
for
my
me?
inspiration yet.
That is a natural 13 plus 2.
Ayo.
He's gonna make his insight. I'll let you know. He's got a +3. He's got a really good insight being an engineer. It's gonna be in the box to do.
Engineer gaming.
There
What
we
is
go.
he inciting? I just want to.
Insight to see if
I'm
contested. If
Should I
he's
go on a
more
date with him?
persuaded.
If he says yes or if he says yeah.
You have to make a choice.
Okay.
Do you kiss him now or later?
Interesting choice. Now, on a natural
Very
13,
bad. Not just-
the choice is more, do you go through with it, if that makes sense. Yeah? I've never had anyone ask me out before. This is really nice. Yeah. Do you like, I don't know, there's some cool holodecks. We just gotta sign up in time. There's been a lot of people working on the holodecks recently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm
We just
free
have to
tomorrow
reserve
evening
from like
off
5-hour
shift.
blocks every day because we only need to sleep 3 hours.
Yeah, I know, you guys are constantly-
5 hours of that of long rest is just.
Fun fact: the longer you do this, I am setting up more and more different like things to eventually there will be sign up cheats and be like, listen, you gotta sign up in 3. You've already done the past 3 days. You gotta.
Yeah, we only sleep 3 hours for long rest.
I
The
know.
other 5 we're training.
Yeah.
You see though that Tendo just, yeah, I can reserve the holodeck if you want.
Good luck.
Do you what do you like to do?
I like a lot of things. I like outdoors.
Cool. We could do like a nature walk picnic in the holodeck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear there's some cool like Romulan planet sims that my friend was telling me about. So we could do those.
Yeah. How is your friend, by the way? The one that I had to.
Right. Oh, he's good. No, it was interesting because I swapped into his body earlier, and
Oh.
yeah, his internal organs were failing, and I was in terrifying pain. You wouldn't believe that failing organs, painful. He's good. You see, in this moment, talking, just not listen. Alan's a great guy. Bit interesting. You know, his dad's he's half Klingon. So he's like really cool with pain. I'm not. It hurt a lot.
Okay.
You're good. I'm free. Let's. I'll reserve the holodeck.
Perfect.
I better go now. Oh gosh. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Tomorrow. He runs off. As in the holodeck, immediately he is plugging in. You guys gotta let other people use the holodeck. This random ensign yelling at you guys.
You put up the sign-up sheet. We already signed up.
Well, listen, you can't.
It's not my fault. I signed up 3 a.m.
The
to
next
7 a.m.
10
every day.
slots. 10 slots? Give me can I have 4?
So since
Make
the
a
Moron would
persuasion
take-
check.
Yeah.
Dude,
Against
since-
our side.
Against you.
Since
Yeah,
since the
persuade
Moron is
Aaron.
technically on.
That's a nat 1.
That's a natural 20. How about? Well, first of all, tell me why.
Listen, I need a sim tomorrow night. I'm just
Why?
writing some sims.
Oh,
I don't have to tell
August,
you anything. He runs
August,
off.
Persuasion charm check.
August.
Oh
Give me an insight.
no!
Wait, is this the guy?
I want to come up behind him and just he will be helping me.
What? No!
And I'm just shh.
Does his insight beat a 24?
He nat 20 this one. So I'll say yes, it beat that one. He nat 1 the first one, so he just nat 20 this.
God.
He's not charged.
It's fine, it's
Poor
fine.
guy, y'all are
He
bullying
just walks
him.
away. Alice, he finds you a little later. Hey, I think the holodecks are kind of booked up, but
I mean, I was gonna let him, unless
we
he
could
told
I was
start,
trying to help him
just
too.
get
but
some
that's a
food in the
9-foot total.
cafeteria, and then
You're terrifying.
We can go back
That's what
to
you
our
are.
oh,
I have some card games.
yeah, I love games. Those are really fun. Do you do any there's some 4D checkers that I've heard about? It's
Yeah.
kind of that fun. Let's
Ping
play
pong.
that. Yes.
As he sort of jogs off, I'm looking at him I mean, I was gonna let him take it unless he
Yeah,
wanted to go on a
honestly.
date or something.
There's geez, unless it was something big.
You just
And-
see steam
Then
rising
you'll roll the
somewhere.
nat one. That was the funniest. Please let me. Fine, and just
Anyway,
leave.
computer, initiate program Aaron Shaw, beta 6.
Yes, Aaron. Computer is getting really known to your style. As we cut through, the last big thing, of course, having this fun date, doing all our training. Lawrence, you want to call home. You can now use the ship scanning stats.
Cool, and those are because it won't load up on my phone?
Oh, I can tell you right now.
Thank you.
The ship scan is going to give a +4, so much better just than normal stuff.
That is still just my wisdom plus proficiency.
Well, but you wouldn't have proficiency.
Oh,
The
yeah,
ship,
right.
the ship
So
is letting
that
you have
is-
the ship proficiency.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
this is in the box of
What?
Oh.
What? Our next arc, we gotta ask the captain to sail us over to Klingon space so we can fight a pirate lord.
Oh gosh. I feel like you would say yes.
15.
Though.
I think McTavish would be like, more pirates.
More pirates, more fighting.
That-
Yes.
on a 15. No word comes through.
Is this like before? Not.
What do you think? As it's not read receipts. This isn't calls dropping. This is just nothing.
Where is their last known location?
Go ahead and make me a lore check. See if you remember
Check.
what they told you.
Lore checks I'm much better at, is the thing.
Yeah, make me a lore check. Because when you call
19.
19. Couple star dates ago, what we'd call about a month, right when you were leaving the academy, they were heading down into the Alpha quadrant of the galaxy, terrifyingly close to Klingon Empire space.
Oh wow.
You know what? Are we still in this 24-hour cooldown period?
It's kind of coming up on the end of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to wrap things up, head to the cabin, be like, I know people are in distress, and I think there's a old enemy to the Federation that is loose. And there's evidence to propose this.
Well, we will have to see what the captain says next time.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for playing, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.